Hello, everyone. Welcome to a whimsical adventure, a D&D game supporting World Builders annual fundraiser for Heifer International. Thanks, everybody, so much for being here. So excited. I'm Jamie. I'm dungeon mastering tonight, and we're going to quickly introduce our players as players in the human world, and then we'll get right into the game and introduce them as characters as well. But actually, first, before we introduce everybody, I'm going to do a real quick elevator pitch for what we're here for, because we are fundraising for World Builders, which is fundraising for Heifer International. Heifer International changes the lives of people around the world through gifts of livestock and knowledge and resources and all sorts of amazing programs. Check out their website, heifer.org, and then there are links in the chat for donating to the annual fundraiser. So that is the why we are here. Now let us introduce who is here with us, and we can start to my right with Mikey.
Hello, my name is Mikey Neumann. I used to work in the video game industry, which was incredibly tiring, and now I work in YouTube. I am almost 40 and I have a YouTube channel. I've done everything.
Did you know that if you Google you, it says Mikey Neumann is an American YouTuber?
Yeah, it does, because it pulls the Wikipedia thing. It's better because it does, like, it used to autocomplete Mikey Newman's stroke, and as long as that is not the autocomplete, now I'm fine.
That's better. It's an improvement. Mikey Neumann, notorious YouTuber.
Notorious.
And below Mikey, we actually have Julia.
Hey everyone, I'm Julia Maddalina. I am a portrait artist, fantasy illustrator. You may have heard of me if you are here. I have a Twitch. I do art over there. I have a couple art prints in the World Builder store, and all of that goes towards charity as well as a new art kit that we put together. So bunches of stuff.
Amazing. And finally, Molly.
Hello, I'm Molly Lewis. My pronouns are she, her. Fans of World Builders may have seen my very ambitious cover of A Greatest Adventure from the animated Rankin Bass Hobbit. I'm not sure where else. I gotta get around the internet. I guess I'm also a YouTuber. I don't know. Yeah. How is that a less stressful job than working in games, Mikey? What do I have to look forward to?
It depends on what stresses you out more. If any physical imperfection, just being commented on endlessly drives you nuts, YouTube is probably not.
I mean, I'm a woman in society, so I'm good there.
We're probably fine.
Really, game design and YouTube are probably both not great for that.
Yeah, I don't like physical human contact, so maybe. both
I've heard this.
Yeah, Molly, beyond her profession as professional taco judge, of course.
Of course.
Right. Yeah.
That's the top of my CV. It almost seems to go without saying.
Right. That's basically the
says.
subtext, your middle name.
Yeah, Molly Lewis Taco. Ooh, oh no.
Oh no.
No.
By the way, everybody, happy first night of Hanukkah. Almost forgot. Happy first night of Hanukkah. Hope this brings a little light to your evening as well. It's actually a sort of bonfire-themed adventure. So unless I've forgotten anything, holler at me if I have. I'm going to get started with our little, at the top, describe the scene, and then we will introduce our characters. You guys good? Ready? You guys ready, chat? All right. So the party each crests a hill, each set of eyes looking over a beautiful field, downs, I guess it may be called. And on this field, there are tents and decorations and flags waving and carts and little kiosks and all sorts of things. It is the annual festival of whimsy in your town. And the sun is just about setting. It's dusk. And you know this festival to be a celebration of all of the fun and goodness of being alive. It's kind of the end of the year, in the darkest part of the year, and everybody gets together to remind themselves that they have each other, They feast, they play games, they make merry, they make music, and this is what you all have arrived for. You can see its trademark colorful bonfire in the center and different braziers around the pads, all different sorts of colors, magically enchanted. And you can hear kind of the murmurs of the crowds, but you're still a little bit far away. As you approach, the three of you are sort of walking individually, and all around you there's kind of families, there's groups, and then there's kind of a stand of three sort of loners. And as you look in, you get kind of a sense that something is wrong. So let's start there. 3 people looking in through these arches at this festival. And let's actually go in reverse order this time. Molly, can you describe what your character looks like and who they are? Very briefly.
There I am.
Oh.
My character is Elta Jane, who is an Aarakocra bard, level 5. Sort of green, kind of emerald plumage with little tufts of, I think, sort of yellow, like you imagine like a cockatiel's head. Mm-hmm. Sort of yellow and sort of orange out the tips of her head, and sort of at sort of the ruff of her décolletage a little bit, and the tips of her wings. She's a bird, 5-foot tall bird lady, built like a brick stack house, and she's carrying. she's got her. I imagine she's got an instrument in her plumage there somewhere. We'll find out.
Something tucked into the feathers somewhere.
Some little secret.
Little, but very festive. I mean, it's gonna look right in place with this.
All her festival duds
colors.
on, of course. Yes.
Yeah, got the good duds on. Next, let's go standing, sort of next to this bright Aarakocra. We have Mary Shelley. Sorry, Julia.
Yeah. So Mary stands pretty tall. She's an Eladrin, thin, dark robes, long black hair, big purple eyes. And you get the sense that she is just looking around in awe. She's trying to take in her surroundings, maybe looking at the other crowds, feeling a little like, I want to hang with someone. So she pulls out her familiar skeletal goat. And she looks a little bit happier again. So she, level 5 necromancer, by the way, with this cheery appearance.
A Disney princess necromancer pulls out her skeletal goat next to this bird bard. So far we have a number of characters, and next, with almost an aura of gloom next to them.
My name is Swin Sinclair. Everyone I've ever known is dead. Everyone they ever knew is also dead. It's just me. I kill everything that moves that's a monster, because monsters don't deserve a live. And also, I have a very dark journal. I carry it with me everywhere for some reason. I just love a journaling. I am a ranger, and I sneak weapons into festivals.
A little grimdark, Swen, our sweet Swen.
Touch. I watch Ben Affleck Batman every day of my life.
Wait, so Ben Affleck Batman is an option in this universe? I also watch the Ben Affleck Batman.
No, I just made it up.
Okay.
I was the director in this universe.
This is Swen's maladaptive daydream is Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, that tracks,
my
actually.
God.
So he lives in your mind, just nowhere else. Okay.
Everything. Yeah, that's the only place anyone I know still lives is in my mind. Everyone's a memory.
There's this beautiful, colorful arch, sparkling, refracting with light. There's groups of families and friends. This is a world without masks and without a pandemic, and people are celebrating and gathering, and then this group of 3 is standing at the entrance. And as the 3 of you are standing there, I'm sure you sort of notice the proximity to each other. Would any of you start a conversation just out of the gate, so to speak?
So you're a bird, huh?
Well, that's specious. I'm an Eric.
I'm a human.
Listen, I'm new to the material plane, son, and that's your volley? Really?
Mary sees this go down and she kind of like stands in between you two and goes, I'm sure she has a lot of other qualities to her other than being a bird.
Does your goat friend have a name? Very handsome little person there.
Yeah, and I pick him up and I'm like, he's Mordecai.
Hello, Mordecai. And I reach out with a wing and then realize that's kind of weird and then reach out with the arm instead to try and pet. Does Mordecai accept pets?
Yes, he does. Yeah, and he kind of like leans into it.
Yeah,
He's excited
scritch,
about it.
Little chin scritch.
Yeah.
Also, when I assume just kind of steeps in gloom as this cuddly thing is happening.
No, can I also pet the goat?
Yeah, and I swing around to you with the goat.
Apparently I pet like this. I don't know.
Mordecai's a little confused, but he goes with it all the same.
As you are all sort of meeting each other, meeting Mordecai, the one person coming out of the gates that you see is also about 5 foot tall, a little taller, and in a black dress, black witch's hat, and as she gets closer, you can see she has waist-length, red, curly hair, and she sees you all and sort of, come here. Gather around, come here.
More friends, hi.
Clearly, you guys all look like the best of friends. I don't know who you are, or really even much about this town, but I'm a witch. And I was flying by, and I noticed that there's something very wrong with your festival here, where you're about to enter. I wanted to warn you before you went in, especially since you're alone. It seems like people in groups seem to be doing better. People alone seem to be doing worse. And if you're standing next to lights, you're probably even better. But, well, something's happening to the Whimsy in the Festival of Whimsy.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think people can really seem to notice themselves, but you'll see, once you pass the arches, everything's a bit dimmer, a bit blander. I mean, it's supposed to be a festival of exciting, joyful things, but your town seems a little depressed in there. I'm going to go try to figure out if there's a magical cause for this, but I just wanted to let you guys know since you seem like the adventuring type.
And what was your name? Do we get this person's name?
She tips her hat and sweeps off on a broom.
Of course. I respect that. I respect that kind of exit as an Eric Cochran.
Power move.
You could theoretically fly after her. You do have a fly.
That's true.
Like you dropped.
Yeah.
Just take off.
Hey.
Shortest D&D campaign ever.
Well, this festival's bogus. Goodbye.
But she says, she does as she's flying away, she says, I'm just a witch here to help, and I'm sure I'll see you again soon, and kind of like fades into the night. And with this sort of confused and ominous message, you all can enter the festival.
A fellow lone rider. I respect her. But do we listen to her?
Is this a trap?
I guess we won't know until we go in there.
So Team Mordecai here. There's strength in numbers, that witch said. So let's stick together and investigate the cause. I suspect corporate sponsorship is what's sucking the whimsy out of the festival, but it could be something magical. Let's gallop on in there.
Yeah.
Team Mordecai.
I like your hypothesis.
We all put our hands on the top of Mordecai's head.
Shuffle into the gate. So,
all right.
As you enter, Nothing big oogie boogie jumps out at you. It seems pretty normal going through the gates. You don't feel a shudder pass over you. But you do notice, like the witch said, the fires seem like they're just having trouble staying lit. These like beautiful fuchsia and teal and purple, usually they're kind of sparking and have little colorful smoke, and it's kind of a fluttering, weak flame. And the folks who are usually hawking their wares and have worked all year to, make beautiful crafts, or, have brought their targets for target practice or their game, usually the air is full of joyful cries and shouts, and it sounds a little bit more like a New York City street. There's shouts, there's talking, but it doesn't really have the jubilance that you're used to. And as you enter, there's sort of three things ahead of you. To your right, there is an empty music stage. Straight ahead of you is all of the snack carts. And then to your left, it looks like there's a really traditional bow and arrow type target practice.
Okay, where one can win a prize, I assume, or has that been sucked out with the rest of the whimsy?
You might have to go ask.
Well, Swen, you said you're a ranger.
Yeah.
So how are you with range-based arcade games?
Let me consult my fact sheet.
I think I'm self-analysis.
I'm good. No, I'm a ranger. I
dig
I
deep
can
inside
hang.
myself.
Let me reflect on my personal history.
Yeah, I'd love to check out the target practice.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe win Mordecai a prize.
Yep, that's my goal in life. Win goats, stuffed animals. That's all I do.
I knew I liked you guys.
A higher calling.
We all need one. All right, so let's head over there.
So you make your way over to the target game, and there is a stout half-orc woman standing in front. She's got kind of like a sort of a floofy mohawk, and she's got two axes strapped to her back. She's got blades on each hip. She's got a bow in one hand, crossbow sitting next to her, and she big fangy grin as you all come up. And you notice that she kind of, everybody else's shoulders are a little bit rolled down. The people kind of just milling about. But as she's standing here kind of in her she looks like she's in her element, and thus not being quite as sapped as those around her. And as you approach, she goes, "Hail, party of ragtag adventurers, I see."
Well, we just met, but we don't tell her that.
No.
We have a challenger for your ranging prize. I don't even know the nature of the game.
Ranging.
Your ranging prize. I'm trying
This
to play.
is a ranging dude.
I don't spend a lot of time on land, so I don't know any of the terms for land things. Hi,
I understand.
Your contest, please, of athletical daring do.
This guy slaps.
Deep laugh from the back of her chest, and she goes, all right, well, what's pick your poison. What would you like? I mean, you can throw anything at that target, as long as you throw it and you hit it. We've got 3 targets. We've got a little one, a medium one, a big one. It's not too complicated here, but yeah, give it your best shot. And depending on, and she kind of gestures to a little like pegboard prize wall. Right. She says, there's a couple of things that you might find kind of useful. There's the blacksmith made some iron-tipped crossbow bolts and some iron-tipped arrows. There's a few some potions. There is a teddy bear. I heard somebody talking about a stuffed animal. So yeah, do your best. Step right up to the line. Pick your weapon of choice and see how you do.
Okay, I step up to the line. I guess I point at the bow and arrow because I'm pretty cocky about that.
Okay, yeah, and she grabs it and she hands it to you. She hands you a bow and she hands you a little quiver of 3 arrows, and she says, "Oh, I almost forgot. It's 10 silver." And I actually forgot to tell you, make sure to specify for you guys, you all have 3 gold to start with.
Okay.
3 gold. And that will deplete over time. So she puts her hand out and she goes, It's 10 silver for 3 arrows.
What's the conversion rate from gold to silver?
10
Great question.
10 per.
10 per.
Okay, so it's 30 silver minus 10. So I only have 20 silver left.
No. It's 100 silver per gold.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
That's
my brain's
much
just
better.
like math.
I have 280 left. I have 280 left.
Yeah, this isn't too expensive.
All right. I turned to my crew and I'm like, this is going to be easy. I'm a little cocky about it, but in a grimdark way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What am I rolling here?
So you roll a d20 and then add your attack bonus. Which is...
The problem with Sven is he doesn't wear his glasses.
The problem with Sven is I don't even think he was given a bow in his inventory.
No, I wasn't. I just have my fists.
Oh no, there it is. Hold
He
on.
punches the arrows.
It's just not clicked to
Well,
active.
Don't they have?
embarrass.
Oh, I thought the orc had a bow for me
Yeah,
to
I thought
borrow.
that-
I thought this was
yeah.
like Six Flags.
It's like a
rules.
children's toy to Sven.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, a 19 on dice is very good. And it looks like you have a... My mouse is like wanting to die. One moment. Hello? Team? Trying to see what your bonus is on there. But I think it's +5. Which matters because the amount that you go over. Oh, which target did you shoot at? The large one, the medium, or the small
Oh,
one?
right. I split the difference, and I feel like we should start with medium.
Okay.
I'm not ready to floss on everybody yet.
All right. So Sven
These lanterns.
grabs some arrows, pulls one out, and with a 24, hits a bullseye on the medium target. And the orc woman goes, "Hey, there we go. That's a prize winner. Pick anything on the wall."
And I turn to Mordecai the goat, and I'm like, who's a good boy or girl? I don't know in this instance, because I wasn't paying that good of attention to the goats.
Spectrum
I
has no
didn't-
gender, man.
Yeah.
Also, there's a wide spectrum of options here. So
Skeletal, yeah.
just I spur the goat to go pick a prize.
Okay. What were the prize options?
So there were iron-tipped crossbow bolts or iron-tipped arrows. There is a teddy bear, and there is a potion bottle, like attached.
Potion bottle. Okay. Oh, attached to the teddy bear or just
No, up on the.
separate?
Sorry. on the
Okay,
cardboard
sorry.
wall. I'm visual.
Okay. You're all good. I think Mordecai is gonna jump up and he kind of like goes back and forth between the potion bottle and the teddy bear for a minute, and I think he'll like jump up and get the potion bottle.
Okay.
Way to go, Mordecai.
Yeah.
Mordecai jumps up, grabs the little potion bottle, and the lady who's running the archery event goes, "Well, I never seen a skeleton goat pick a potion bottle, but congratulations, you're a winner. Anybody else want to go?"
He's not my assistant for nothing.
Okay.
Fine assistant you have there. And she pats him on the head.
So we should have like a little group powwow. Because I feel like we're gonna want the arrows too, because they're like sharp and this could be bad.
How buck wild of a festival, though, that they're giving away basically stuffed toys, unlabeled potions, and just ammunition for weapons. That may contribute to the environment of gloom, but we have to continue to investigate, obviously.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
townspeople would disagree and say, usually, that's exactly the fun part.
It's just playing lawn arrows later on. After a
Yeah,
couple
exactly.
meetings.
Play Touch the Fire.
My favorite game. I think, I might give it a go. I'm not
Okay.
going to be great
Please do.
at it, but if I can get the teddy bear for myself, I know Mordecai was a little smarter about it. I kind of want the teddy bear. So I run up and put 10 silver on the table.
All right. And she says, all right, little lady, well, what are you going to be using for your weapon here? What would you like to, do you want to throw a knife? Do you want to shoot a crossbow?
I think shoot a crossbow.
All right. She picks it up and hands it over to you. Does Mary have crossbow?
Awesome.
We're not going to worry about proficiency. It's a target practice.
Oh, good.
Game.
Okay.
She's got like short bow and
Yeah.
short sword and stuff, but yeah. All right, so just an up and down 20.
Yeah, give us a d20.
16.
16. And which one were you going for?
Oh,
the medium one again?
Yeah.
That's the one
I
that has
think
like
she
that
would.
tier of prizes. A
Yeah.
16, it hits the target. It doesn't hit a bullseye. And she goes, not bad, not bad. Not enough for a prize. You got to hit it another time. But you get 3 shots with... So if you get 3 hits, you get that prize.
Okay. So Mary is pretty thrilled about that one, maybe a little cocky. I'm going to go ahead for my second one. 14.
A 14 pings off the side of it. It like literally glances off the side and she goes, oh, so close. One more try and you can still get a prize.
And I go over and pet Mordecai. I'm like, give me strength. Cocked. Dang it. That one's a 2.
Oh.
So you pat Mordecai, and then as you're standing up to go back and aim and shoot, you just right into the ground in front of you, and you don't hit your foot or the goat, but it's very close. And the orc woman comes over and says, now, all right, that's probably good enough. Now, you didn't win nothing because you did hit the target once. And she walks over and she grabs a little like paper bag and brings it over to you, and you realize it's some candy from one of the vendors across the way. And she goes, here you go.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you guys want some candy?
I'm fine. Bird friend, would you like a try of
Always.
target practice?
I mainly come to the ground for snacks.
Yeah.
Add a friend.
And she goes, all right, well, there's some folks in line behind you. If you guys want to try again later, you certainly can. Thanks so much for stopping by. It seems like you guys have still got some gumption. I don't know.
Fair to circulate.
Tired crowd today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may return. And I'm not just saying that to get out of doing an arcade game.
She goes, yeah, everybody says they'll come back later. Bye.
So what else was in...
I'm just...
Yeah.
Actually, I have one question for the orc before we mosey.
Mm-hmm.
How long will you be at this booth with the weapons in case in a minute I need them?
She goes, need them. I mean, I'll be here till the main feast starts, probably another 3 hours. That's when the party
Sounds great.
gets
And
wild.
I
Okay. Do you need to borrow something, or do you need some muscle?
No, I'm quite fine. Have a silver for your troubles. And I tip her a silver just so she remembers me.
Puts it in her pocket and she goes, I like you, bud. Thanks so much. Have a good one. And
so there's snacks and music stage, right?
Yep, there's snacks in kind of the central area in front of you, and then off to the right of the entrance arch, there's a music stage. And then further down the path that you're on, you can see a bunch of little like farmers market style booths and a bunch of people standing with their wares. It looks like a little craft fair. So craft fair, snacks, music.
And where were the colored lights that won't stay aflame? Are those kind of throughout, or are those in a particular section?
So those are scattered throughout, and then in the very center, it's kind of a figure 8 path, and in the very center of the figure 8, there's like a big built-up bonfire that doesn't look like it's lit yet, like fully going. It's just sort of people are milling around. Okay.
Should we maybe ask somebody in the farmer's market if they know like when the bonfire gets lit, or sort of what events at this festival we should be looking out for?
And there's people
I think
milling
that
around all
sounds-
over too.
Yeah,
What does Mordecai
I think
want to
that's
do?
a good idea. Yeah,
Let the
I
goat
don't know.
decide. Goat
Yeah,
friend.
I'm gonna put my goat down, and I'll be like, "You'll get a piece of candy if you point us towards what we want to do." And I don't know. Should I like assign a number to like a D4 or something, and just
I have a D3. I can
love
tell
okay?
that.
Yes,
Mordecai's
please.
path.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, it's the music stage.
Okay.
All
Back in the
right.
direction that
All
you
right.
came. There is a sturdy looking, enough for a small band stage with a little banner above it, and it looks like there would be a crowd, but there's nobody playing.
Bird friend, what do you think we should do?
Well, I do have a proficiency in performance. Maybe we could try to drop the proverbial bass and see if that gets people onto the floor of the dancing. Is that how ground dwellers talk? You know,
You
that-
did an awesome job, and I go to high five you. I'm like high up on like candy and sugar
Yeah.
and stuff right now.
I'm getting high
like,
fives from
ready to go.
necromancers. I'm so stoked. It's, so, yeah, does anybody else have performance, or is that just me?
Oh no, I'm a -1. I can't play rocks.
Okay,
Bad.
okay. So you keep people from rushing the stage, I guess.
Yeah, I got this. Nobody come close.
She's not taking questions.
And I can like make more audience, I guess, if we wanted to, but I don't know if we want to.
I don't know. Like, do you have like prestidigitation or something? Like, can you make like stage
Yes.
effects? Okay, sweet.
Yes, I can make stage effects.
Okay.
Wait, I can also do that because if we can get some lighting effects, I can cast a fog cloud behind Bird Person, and it would
Awesome.
It would look awesome.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna try to inject some frivolity back into the Festival of Whimsy.
Excellent. I love this.
That's what we're here for.
So, what you're going to, I personally, because this is getting a very rock star vibe, I'm imagining there's probably like a lute and like a kind of like maybe like a ukulele even on little stands to the side of the stage.
Ukulele is a kind of lute, so that is a sensible.
Yeah.
Let me look around the side of the stage right now. Hold on.
Stringed instrument. So there's like one little step up to the stage, and as you step up, everybody sort of turns and looks, and Swen brings in a fog cloud from behind. Mary brings some lighting effects. Roll a d20 with advantage.
Me? Yes.
Yes. Let's see how your performance is.
Okay. That is a 6.
And that was one roll?
That was one roll.
Well,
Roll one more time because you're getting assistance,
That's right. And I do have +9.
which is a lot.
12. That was a 12.
it's 19.
So 12 plus 9,
Yeah, I suppose so.
21.
Okay.
Rocked our faces
Nice.
off.
That is a very, very strong performance. Let me see.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
It's Rainbow Connections.
Heck yeah.
Why are there so?
Would you like to bring us a little...
You gotta, you can't joke about it.
Yeah!
Yeah, and I
Yes.
spread my
Whoa!
wings real big.
I'm imagining
The
very
bird
like
rocks!
microphone.
Yeah, the microphone comes down from the ceiling. There's no ceiling. It's an outdoor festival. There's prestidigitation. There's a skeletal goat, which is itself very cool.
Oh
This
yeah,
is-
he rushed the stage and he's starting to dance on the
He's
stage.
clogging on the dance floor, and everybody can hear it because he's got bony hooves.
He's playing percussion as his little goat feet are like
And I-
laying on a beat.
Yeah, can someone
bet.
tell me why are there songs about rainbows? I'm singing whatever the contemporaneous version of Rainbow
Yeah.
Connection is.
Yes.
It's mysterious what happens on the other side. I've been close to a rainbow because I am a bird person.
What a performance! I've never seen any bird this good at playing ukulele. It's actually kind of shocking.
Hey, because I got my talons, it's scratching up the keys, the strings real loud, and just bringing my all. How are they reacting to this? Is it working?
The crowd
is it working?
Losing it.
Okay.
They are like, the fog comes up
working.
behind you. You get silhouetted with the lights.
Oh,
Your
it's beautiful.
feathers
Yeah.
in like an arch around you. The goat starts going. He's got like a real kind of death metal vibe to his clogging, which is bringing a lot to this rainbow connection that has never been there before. You're feeling inspired. The crowd is feeling inspired. Mordecai's feeling inspired. And you actually see all around you the fires lit in these little fire pits flare to life like they used to, with this beautiful sparkling smoke. And the crowd just starts, people start dancing, people start grooving, and they're having a wonderful time. And they go, oh, thank God. There's one guy in the front that goes, not all the musicians.
Well, dang, that was easy.
And you feel like
I prestidigitate like rainbows coming out of here. Yeah.
What's on the other side?
It's a broken ukulele.
So, rainbows pouring from the ukulele as this vibrant Elta Jane bird woman rocking out on stage.
Yeah.
And for the first time, you guys feel the spirit of the festival kind of come back to everyone.
We did it.
Go
And as
Team
you
Mordecai!
step off stage,
Jump.
lots of people are giving you pats on the back and saying, yeah, thank goodness, somebody brought the music. They all left.
They all left. Wait, hold on a second. Where'd they go?
So there is actually a little Aarakocra girl with sort of hummingbird colors, so not quite the same as yours, but she's got like red and like green on her, and she's very like sleek and very small. Comes up to you and is like, oh my gosh, that was the coolest thing ever. I did not think that anybody was going to be performing, because like everybody went to the big tent because somebody came in and was like, hey, bring all the musicians. The elf wants the musicians to be here. But then like, and we were all kind of bummed because there wasn't going to be a concert. But then, oh my God, you're amazing. Can I have your autograph? Oh my God.
Of course. I don't know how Eric Cocker signed autographs, but I do that. I bite into a piece of seed or whatever.
She takes out a little like leather strap and you can like claw into it a little.
And you just swipe across it with a little music note at the bottom.
Sven,
And it says, keep on wishing, asterisk. I don't know.
Sven, while doing crowd control, overhears this thing about a big tent, and he comes over and asks this woman, what's in the big tent? What are you talking about?
Oh, that's the feast. That's where the feast is. And like, I guess there's some guy in there that was like asking for musicians to come. One of the head of the town watch came running out, and he came out front, and somebody was about to perform on stage. They had their cymbals out and everything. But then the guard came, and the guard was like, all musicians to the main tent right now, under whimsical order, which I've never heard before. And everybody was kind of confused, and then everybody just kind of got bummed out because all the musicians were gone.
So is there like a bigger concert in the tent now?
Yeah,
Maybe. I mean, I guess. I don't know why you'd gather all the musicians if you didn't want them to play.
Well,
And can someone roll well, actually, everybody, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was about to say we should do a perception check.
that's a 9.
14 plus 1. I got a 50.
Yeah, I got 10.
14 plus 5, 19.
Ooh. So, Elta, your ears are still ringing. You can only hear this alt-rock Rainbow Connection with goth clogging.
The adulation of my fans, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just basking in it.
Smoking
Sven, you can hear like the thump of a drum from somewhere. And Julia, Mary, you hear multiple different instruments sort of weaving in with that drum, and it sounds with an you said 19.
Mm-hmm.
It is not sad music, but it is not like super jubilant dance music. It's somewhere in between, and it's a little bit if it seems like the players are having trouble keeping up with each other, all kind of keeping on the same beat. But you do hear music coming from the main big tent.
Okay, so that's uncanny and weird.
I've dealt with monsters all my life. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Right, and I can't hear any of this. I'm still talking to.
Yeah, you're still.
I'm just still soaking it up. Just all.
Yeah.
Your cohorts can tell you though. They can pull you away from your fans.
I suddenly realized that I can't see Mordecai, and I panic for a moment. But oh, there he is. Okay.
Where's the goal?
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, thank God. Well, it sounds like the musicians are in the big tent and they're making music, but it's like not good. Like, does that make? I mean, after your performance, it is hard to imagine a better one. But whatever that is, it's uncanny and weird and not happy.
Big tent like a green room, or like a? I mean, it sounds like they need to get a better drummer. Maybe we should investigate. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, Mordecai could be a better drummer, I think.
I agree. It's the best. That kid's got promise. But it's.
Yes, he does.
He gives a little.
He suddenly has sunglasses and he's like.
Put that kid in pictures.
Can I take one inspiration point away from Molly for the kid joke?
I got
the next inspiration point you get is automatically gone.
I got a +3 charisma. You can't.
Dang it. And I don't have charisma is my problem. I have negative charisma. I'm a charisma black hole. I'm sweet.
But you did a good job of standing in front of the crowd, made sure nobody got rowdy. As soon as they sort of bumped into Swen, they were like, oh, kind of got bummed out a little again.
I just grimace at him.
That must be your manager.
All right. So the music stage, after you actually get off of stage, it looks like there's sort of a little group of friends down kind of by the front of the stage. And all of a sudden, a little halfling gets kind of hucked onto stage and pulls a little kind of recorder flute out of his pocket and starts playing and doing a jig. And it's actually pretty good. And the crowd seems to have kind of transitioned to the next act smoothly.
Yeah. So
I'm glad other people are getting up there.
Yeah, we started something good. Way to go, Mordecai.
The coolest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott.
He's got a big head now, but he's a good boy.
Started a trend.
Yeah. So snacks or craft fair? What are we feeling?
So there's another option now, since you've got kind of across the way, you've got a bunch of different snacks, and then you've got the craft fair beyond it, and then to your right you see another, not quite the same stage. It looks like a raised platform with a long table on the front of it, and there's a humanoid figure standing behind it, sort of gesturing, and a bunch of things on the table in front of them. And that's all you can really see over there. And there's a banner kind of waving over it, but you can't read it. It's flapping.
And I something we kind of glossed over, but I want to go back to, is this potion that Mordecai snagged at the Orc Lady's booth.
Technically, I snagged it, and then Mordecai took it.
Yeah, sorry.
It was my skill, and
Well,
if you get groupies, I get groupies.
Well, if you won it, I think he would have taken it over to you. Otherwise, if it was hanging on the wall and it had something like holding it there, like a ribbon or something, then it would just be around his neck. So whichever way you want to take that, either you have it or it's on him.
So I'm guessing that Swen, I totally forgot about the potion. Thank you for reminding me. You look, there's a tiny little label on it, and it says Potion of Inspiration.
Nice.
Well, Mordecai has excellent taste, clearly. I'm comfortable letting Mordecai hang on to it. What do you think, Swen?
I concur with my bird friend.
Never again.
We're going to be the best of bird friends.
This is just the most social, misfit, delightful group, because Mary is just like a little beam of goth sunshine, and then there's Fabulous Elton. I'm just very pleased with the aesthetic of this party.
Yeah.
Had a good aesthetic.
We already make a great band. We know this. We just have to decide a
Yeah.
name.
But yeah, it looks like a little one-shot potion, and it says Potion of Inspiration. If anybody has Arcana, they could try to like investigate it further.
Ooh, I'm magical. I can do that. Oh, never mind. Not a 1, that's a 7. Plus 5, 12.
12. It's a potion of inspiration. It'll probably be good. It'll probably taste good and probably make you feel a little bit cooler. That's what you get.
Nice. We might also get sunglasses. We might be as cool as Mordecai.
There were definitely sunglasses on the pegboard wall.
You just pilfered them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mordecai went and yoinked them. Okay, so guy doing some sort of demonstration, snack carts, craft fair, or you could just like waltz further in if you wanted to. The world is your oyster. The festival is your oyster.
Oh, so how we got about 3 hours to the feast? You said how long did the concert take? I don't know.
Only a couple minutes.
Okay, rad.
We could go rock that other stage. Slightly smaller stage, of course.
You could see. I mean, I think we should see what that guy is doing. Because if there's an empty stage and then a guy on the other stage, what's that guy's deal?
Excellent question. Let's head over there.
Mm-hmm. And do some perception checks.
Let's do some perceiving.
Do some perception.
That's what I do.
You arrive at this table.
Oh, goodness. Ooh, that's a 5. I didn't perceive nothing.
You walked into a flag. Got it over your face.
It's like covering my face, and I'm like,
What's happening, guys?
Yeah.
why'd it get so dark?
Where'd the day go?
Swen's confused. I got a 13.
I also got a 13.
13. Okay, so as you guys approach, you see a long table that's covered in different knives and blades, and a air genasi standing behind it. And as you there is a crowd packed up, and they're not all completely like, they're not enthused. It's again kind of the same lethargic feeling. And it looks like the person up on the stage is getting ready for something, getting ready for their performance. And right as you guys arrive, you see this air genasi grab a box, slam it on the table. Everybody kind of jumps, gets everybody's attention, flips down a little something, has like a headset. He's got floofy kind of cloud, like thundercloud hair with electricity coming through it. Mm-hmm. He's got like light blue skin, and he goes, "Everybody gather round. You are going to want to see this product. I promise you, you do not want to miss this. I have the knife block of the century." And he slams this thing down on the table. And everybody's just kind of looking at him like, okay. And he goes, "Come one, come all. I'll sharpen your knife. I'll show you what it can do. Bring him in. Watch this." And he grabs a knife and runs it across this blade, and it sparks with like magical energy. And he goes, "Now, you know that's a sharp blade. That's a pretty sharp blade, but watch this." And smashes it into this like big old boulder next to him, and it cuts into the boulder. And he goes, "That's pretty cool, but watch this," and grabs another thing and smashes down on this thing. And he goes, "Absolutely no problems. This thing can be yours for a low price of 1 gold. And if you would like a blade to go with it, boy, do I have you covered. That is not all, folks." And pulls out another big knife and is holding these products out and doing the whole spiel, the whole pitch.
Okay, so
Alta, I think you had a point about corporate sponsorships.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, Jamie, in the in this universe, in this context, is this more like a QVC, and it slices and it dices, or is this like Cold Steel, like watch me hack apart this pig? You can too.
It is much more QVC.
Okay.
It has an element of sort of like, your foes will never know what hit them. Chop their heads clean off, they'll stay alive. Like there's kind of a gory,
but also a polished showmanship about.
Very polished. He like cuts this thing clean in half and then cuts it in half again and then cuts it in half again and then goes, still got its edge, don't need to sharpen it again.
So I begin to suspect the Festival of Whimsy has no music and a guy selling very dangerous knives. So that may be part of a gloomy atmosphere.
Would it be possible for me to interact with this person, like faking handing him knives, but with my stealth of +6, could I be pocketing 2 knives, sort of like stealing them right in front of him by confusing him?
You want to use your sleight of hand, which you still have a +3 sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, I do have. Yeah.
But yeah, you want to try to like.
I want to be like, hey, bud.
Grab 2 off the table.
Yeah, it's sort of like, would it sharpen this? And like in my right hand, I'm like sliding it into my back pocket because I need some weapons. We're gonna need weapons here, friends.
Yeah. And I have acrobatics and performance. I can create diversion.
God, yeah. There's so many knives on this table. I feel like we could arm ourselves.
I just fake a sneeze and flap my wings real big, and it just kind of blows all his props over. Like, oh gosh.
And I'm so like, somebody go help that bird person immediately.
And I go over and help that bird person.
Except for you.
Oh, right. Subterfuge. And I.
You're not supposed to.
So this guy has no clue. I mean, he is not. He's doing the thing where he's making eye contact with the crowd, but he's just like, look point A, look point B, look point C. He's boom, 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 boom. So you approach the table and say, can you sharpen this? First, give me a deception check. Which is not, charisma is not your strong suit, but we'll see how it goes.
18.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling good for once in my life.
What does Sven say as he's like trying to
I'm like, I know how these people work, like, because people have been trying to swindle like the Sven for his whole life. So I mean, it's his name.
That's what they call it.
It's in his name. Beyond like, wow, that's incredible. How do you do that? Describe it in detail, every step of the way. Point if you could examine with your eyes. So it may like I'm getting really into it and just very subtly like.
Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage, which means you roll twice and take the higher because there is a goat and bird based distraction.
First one's a 9.
Oh yeah, no, Mordecai is booking it across the table. And
I rolled a 9 and a 6. My sleight of hand is 3, so that's a 12.
A 12. Okay. So I think you probably you hand over just kind of like a pocket knife, something that you probably have on you, and you go to like grab the others, and because you had a good deception check, you can make it look like you just sort of tripped into the table, but he's looking like right at those knives that are like in your hand.
Oh.
So you've got your hand on them, but you know you're probably not going to get away with it. But he goes, absolutely, I can sharpen that.
And I just cover my subterfuge. I'm like, oh wow, and I put my hands up and I'm like slowly backing away, just being like, wow, you're incredible. Oh my goodness, how do you do this?
He goes, don't go too far. I gotta give this back to you. And as you sort of come over, he like reaches out to try to pluck a hair from your head. Does Sven let him?
I'm like staring at it. Like, I don't feel like Sven would let him at all. Again, everyone he's totally ever known has been murdered. So like, Sven's kind of thin on the
intimacy
like,
trouble maybe with Sven. Yeah.
So this guy kind of like reaches out. He's trying to do like a crowd involvement. He thinks he's kind of got you because you were complimenting him, and you just like duck away from his hand. He goes, oh, all right, no worries, jumpy man, that's fine. Here you go, and hands you your little knife back. blade handle first. And when you take it back, it is really fucking sharp.
Can this person, I should just ask in game, can he sharpen the talons on my feet?
Well, now that's something that I don't think I've done before. Why don't you come up here? And he goes to walk to the edge of the stage to like bring you up on stage.
Mm-hmm. And I offer a hand like a lady. And somehow what I would like to accomplish as I put my foot up for this person to do a, Aarakocra pedicure on me is somehow sweep some of the good knives off of the table with my wing.
Okay. Okay.
What check do I need to roll for that?
What check do you need to roll for Aarakocra pedicure?
What's my petty check? What's my petty proficiency?
Well, let's start with a deception, because you're making your way on stage under false pretenses.
Okay. So that is a 5 plus, I have plus 3 charisma.
So that's an 8.
Plus 4 deception?
Plus
4?
No, that would be, that's your total.
Gotcha.
The deception number is your total. So plus 1.
Okay.
I think. That's your plus
I'm
1.
looking at the bonus column, which I don't think is what we're talking about right now.
Oh, your deception is plus 4, yeah. So you got a 9.
I'm very sneaky. Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. You get the sense that he doesn't want to share the spotlight with you. That you're like suggesting this thing, and he's like, he doesn't think that you have good intentions, but it's not like stealing. He's just like, I'll talk to you after the show. It sort of brushes over you and just sort of like.
And that's fair. Maybe they saw our demonstration on the other stage and doesn't want to recognizes us as a team, perhaps.
Yeah, he can. I mean, he's got the rock star. He can sense it. Like,
right.
Elta's got that vibe. Billy Hayes is his name. Thank you, chat.
Billy Hayes here.
Hi.
Billy Hayes here. He's a
Good morrow to you. Billy Hayes here to demonstrate my very sharp knives.
That was 100%.
I'm gonna chop a boulder in half.
Yep.
With OxyClunk.
Wrong time to drink coffee.
Honestly, I could have done like an entire row of these guys, and I was like, Jamie, you have to stop with the infomercial dudes.
Oh, man.
Did you? How much gold did you say we had? Spend.
So you have 3 gold each. You've spent some here and there. And he said that the knife sharpener was a gold, and then plus another gold, you get the knife with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm not convinced because he didn't give me that pedicure I wanted.
Well, and you guys can still walk away and come back. Yeah. You have a feeling he's going to be hawking his wares for a while, so you don't have to finish with Billy Hayes.
I'm going to go spend my money elsewhere and come back with whatever I have left over.
All right.
We start to walk away, and I just under my breath, I'm like, I don't like that guy. Gives me the creeps.
No, he tried to take a hair. That was weird.
It's too many hair. One hair is too many.
Oh, my knife is so sharp I can cut a hair. Pfft, big deal.
Yeah.
And you turn around, and he has some like hapless halfling standing in front of the stage, and he's like splitting a hair that's still on their head, and they're just like uncomfortable, not whimsical.
That's useless.
This does not spark joy.
No. All right. So from the Genasi Bladestone, there is a bob for apples. The big bonfire is right in front of you, and it seems like there's quite a few townspeople that you might be able to ask questions to, get an idea of what's going on. These are the folks who have been here a little bit longer. You're getting kind of further into the area. There's still the craft fair, and it looks like across the way, more tables lined up.
Okay.
Bird friend and goat friend. What do you think?
These festival goers, they're all festooned in the the Knife Co. Branded shawl, and they've clearly gone through the crafting table. Should we ask them? Maybe they remember when this festival had more whimsy. Maybe they can tell us what's up.
Yeah.
Go with
I
Bird
like
Friend.
that idea.
So I tuck my wings in real small so I can get through a crowd.
Yeah.
And we head towards the festival goers.
Awesome.
I hold Mordecai so I don't lose him.
We should get you a Bjorn. Little Mort
Oh
Bjorn.
my god! Maybe the
Morty
craft
Bjorn.
booth sells little Bjorns.
Yeah, after we talk to
Little
these
leather
people, let's go to
Bjorns.
the craft booth and get a Bjorn for Mordecai. Motion carries.
Yes.
A goat Bjorn?
A goat Bjorn. You know, for his little
Necessary
goat
for the
horns.
adventure.
You need little horns
Yes.
for your Bjorn, yeah.
Yeah.
Little horns in your Bjorn.
A horn Bjorn.
I love this.
Okay, it's just going to be the Mordecai Festival from now on. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, it
The whole
always
town.
was, to be honest.
Brought Whimsy just to this campaign.
Mordecai
You
is
weren't
actually
prepared for
secretly
us.
the god of whimsy.
Yes.
So there is a whole bunch of people milling around this bonfire, and just picking a random person out of a crowd, you see a sort of rotund half-elf who has a big velvet colorful coat on and a mug, and looks like a practiced festival goer, if nothing else.
Tailgating out by this bonfire. Hail and good met, fellow traveler. Is this how Earth people talk? Hello! I bid you good morrow.
Good eve. Good eve. Happy festival to you.
And how does the day of whimsy find you this day?
And he sort of looks like, are they talking to somebody behind me? He goes, oh, yeah, it's fine, I guess. It was helped set it up earlier, and it seemed like it was going to be better. I don't know. It was just kind of tired now, I guess. Takes a big old swig.
What's... I mean, you seem like you come to this often. What is different about this year?
He looks around. He goes, actually, he's going to roll an insight check. See if he even really realizes. Oh, wow. He did really well.
Okay. Start
He kind of puts his hand on his hip, like,
Hey, wait a minute.
looks around. He's got his drink, and he goes, I wasn't thinking about it until you said that. I was thinking everything looks the same. But actually, it doesn't quite look the same. It seems like the life sucked out of it a little bit. I wonder if it has to do with that guy who came in about an hour ago. Takes another big drink.
Which guy came in?
This isn't the knife guy, is it?
And he goes, no, not the Genasi knives. Those are quality blades, let me tell you. But
yeah,
no,
go on.
there was well, he was certainly not from around here. I was finishing, and you see this guy sort of go from like bummed at a party drinking alone to I'm telling a story and I have people's attention. His shoulders get a little broader, and he goes, so I was helping set up over with Latrice with the archery setup. Old friends, Latrice and I. And as we're standing there by the front archway, this elf walks in. I mean, we've got elves around here, don't get me wrong, but this was not an elf from around here. This guy was just pointy and skinny, and I don't know how to describe him. He was just seemed like a powerful guy. Went straight to the feast tent. I mean, he looked around. He seemed like he was like assessing the place, but yeah, I mean, I guess things kind of got a bummer after that.
Well, there should be no
like
bummers
that.
in the feast tent.
He goes, oh, you're telling me. That's why I'm out here. It's got a weird vibe in there, and you can hear like the drums just a little bit offbeat from in there.
Is it Radiohead? That's a syncopation joke.
They don't
It's for that
have
one guy.
polyrhythms are the least whimsical rhythm of all.
God has demanded that it is Nickelback in the main section.
No, it's Nickelbard. Look at this etching I made.
Every time I do what makes me. guffaw. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Listen
fade.
as I sharpen my blade. Oh,
That's that guy. He bum rushes the stage just to do an ad for his blades.
oh, the lead singer of Nickel Blade. Oh no, he was right there.
Absolutely, Sven's favorite song is "Look at this etching I made. I sit and sharpen my blade."
Yeah, I just listen to it on repeat, and by repeat, I just make the town bards play it over and over and
Just
over.
throw another silver at him again.
It's where all your money goes.
He's depressed again. There he goes again.
He's not even singing the same words this time. Did you notice? Another.
Mead. What's going on? No,
Look at this painting in oils. Okay, so
Another.
gonna have a whole gallery.
I feel like Swen's monster like feelings are starting to tingle a little bit here because we keep hearing like not good things, and the syncopated drum beat is just breaking my brain a little bit. He's like, "That's not how you're supposed to drum. I saw Nickel Blade live. I would know."
All right.
Okay. Well,
You can definitely tell there is something wrong. And according to this townsperson, an elf came through earlier. Would you like to continue? You could make either like a persuasion or perception check to keep asking questions, or you can move on to a new activity.
my persuasion is mad high, so I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it, bird friend.
I don't get advantage, do I?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that was a 6. Mad high plus 6.
You tap someone's shoulder and they turn around and they just go, oh, sorry.
I'm very short. It happens all the time. Sorry about that.
Just startle somebody.
Okay.
They don't
They don't,
engage in
they don't
conversation
cop
with
up
you.
anything. Okay. Well, this townsperson said that they knew the orc lady from the prize pool. We also still got to get that goat Bjorn. Let's not forget.
Yeah, we got it. Let's enjoy our time here before we go into the tent of maybe horribleness.
Yeah. Maybe weapons. Should we try and weapon up? Swen, what do you think?
Well, we try. Yeah, we could go back to our orc friend at the target practice tent and see if she will just sell us the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Or
There
we
you
could
go.
take them.
We could try to contest him for it. Who knows? Let's.
I bet if we run the old switcheroo again, I bet it'll work.
It'll for sure work
That
this
great
time.
dress rehearsal at the knife tent.
Hey, nobody stabbed us
Yeah,
for
there
it.
we
It's,
go.
it's
True.
fine.
And there were knives everywhere. The odds were
You
pretty
did
good.
not fail enough to anger
Yeah.
the knife genasi.
We're the 12 bunch. We fail with 12. So.
The knife genasi, he's made of knives. That's his element.
He wishes. That's his deepest desire.
My persuasion is really low. Who has a good persuasion? Because if she's gonna sell us the stuff, we need someone with a high one.
I just have +1.
plus 6.
That's better than negative. What? Wait, you say +6?
That's what it says on the sheet.
Dang, birds are mad persuasive.
I'm just a mad handsome bird, yo.
Birds are mad persuasive.
I'll poop on your head if you don't give me what I want.
That is persuasive.
I do want to point out, though, that is not your highest stat. You have a +8 in acrobatics and a +9 in performance.
I do. I don't know how
Also
to
has a
perform my
fucking-
way into someone giving me weapons. I haven't unlocked that in the real sphere either.
Maybe the orc lady's a fan. Maybe we can like get some kind of trade for a song.
Can you teach me a Nickel Blade song real quick, maybe?
I'm really sad all the time. This is what I do. I polish my knives. That's my favorite.
So
I'm a
good.
sad knife. It's called Sad Knife Polisher. I don't know if you've ever
Yeah.
heard it.
Can you sell me weapons? That's a different band. No!
Yeah.
Still good. Still good. So, as you guys pass by the Bond Fair, the craft fair is next to you. You see a crick elf behind her little wares. It looks like kind of pottery and stuff. You see a short dwarf and like one other vendor. You do see, actually, there's one other vendor. There's another air genasi. This time it's similar hairstyle and stuff, not quite exactly the same, but looks to have fabric on her table.
Bjorn.
And then the dwarf looks to have smaller hammers. And so you can pass those and go back to target practice.
Well, this is maybe specious. Is there another elf we could talk to if they know this elf that wandered in and goofed up the
You could look for an elf.
perhaps?
Do a perception check. See if you find another elf.
What was did you say the pottery one was an elf or no?
The pottery one is a crick elf.
Okay.
So you could go talk to her if you want to go
That's-
talk to the vendor.
I got a 2. I've never seen an elf before.
You don't know an elf.
What is an elf?
What's an
I
elf?
forgot.
You there,
Speaking of
Mordecai, are you an elf? Yeah.
You're like elves, humans, halflings. They all don't
Yeah.
have wings.
I mean,
whatever.
Mordecai's basically my son, so he might as well be.
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to go talk to this crick elf that you see?
Yeah, why not?
I think it's a good idea, yeah.
And she goes,
Yeah, so
"Oh,
I'll walk
hey,
up to her.
welcome. And she's got little
Hail and well
bottles
met.
all over her table. She goes, "Oh, hail and well met to you too. Ain't that the most hospitable thing? Aren't you so cute? Look at that goat. Oh my God, not a bit of flesh on him. That's crazy. Ain't never seen nothing like it. Well, would you guys like to try a little bit of crick water? Oh my gosh, pardon my manners. I am Moonshine Sabin. It is so nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too. I'm Mary.
"Hello, Mary. Oh my gosh, you guys are so darling. Well, if you got a little gold in your pocket, I got something real special for you."
What do you got?
How much gold?
"Oh, not much at all. Just, 50 silver for kind of the cheap stuff, the low shelf. And then if you want top shelf crick water, I got you too. It's a 1 gold. A lot more than brown leaves. Some for the crick."
1 gold is like a third of what any of us have. So I feel like that should come
Yeah.
with a pretty big bonus.
Well, I was gonna say, can I do like a medicine check to see if I know anything about crick water?
Absolutely, you
Okay,
can.
I don't.
That's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
I'm a doctor. 21. Wow.
Ooh,
Holy
yes.
moly.
Oh, you've seen this crick water before.
And I'm in the background
This exact
pretending I'm country just to butter her up. I'm like, oh man, what a great, oh goodness.
But you
She's
have
like,
like
Crick water.
what's your like deception at? Like what's up bad? Like you're doing like a German accent somehow.
Yes, when you're going
Guten
to have
Tag,
to give me
friend.
deception. Or persuasion, either one.
Yeah, I was gonna say his charisma is like not.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. I'm
You
like,
are
I'm like beep boop, beep beep boop 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 boop.
You're doing
That's
a
the
German
same.
accent.
Yeah.
Not Texas German, not the good German.
Not a Southern German.
Guten Tag and well met.
Yeah. You,
Russian.
Mary knows crick water is kind of infamous. It's like a liquor, but you do not drink crick water. You huff crick water. And you know that the cheaper crick water will get you real messed up. You'll have a real good time. You're real drunk. Or the more expensive crick water might even help you like shrug off some wounds, might make you stronger.
Okay. Well, ma'am, we will absolutely be back. We are taking a lap.
Look at
We-
everything.
all
Because
of us-
I tell you what, that lady over there, she has a tartan that would absolutely butter your biscuits. I could not believe it. Skilled weaver over there. Oh, heavens.
Mm.
Yeah, there's all sorts of great stuff around here. Don't you fuss. Come on back whenever you want to.
Okay, and I kind of elbow you too, and I'm like, let's have a good time later. We're gonna come back.
Save your gold.
Do we ask her about that elf though?
Oh, right. I got excited about liquor.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
We were talking to some of the other patrons around here. We have kind of noticed that things seem to be off.
A little weird, huh?
Not normal.
Sounds amiss. I'm glad.
Yeah, and we we heard that there was another patron that walked in the big tent, and ever since then, things have been a little off. Did you notice anything like that?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Seven.
I got a 20.
Okay,
Good
all
enough.
right. So Mary,
She just kind of gets bored talking with me.
Ma'am, it seems like you know a lot of you've seen the sights around this fair. You know when something's fishy, don't you? I don't know why I'm using your accent. I'm just mirroring you because that's in neurolinguistic programming. I guess that's what we're doing.
She goes, you're a lot better in accent than Gloomy Boy over here. I guess
Hey,
I don't want to be
practice,
species,
okay?
but it makes sense. Parrots and stuff, they can talk, so you're real good at it.
Yeah, my mom was a lyra bird, so you called it. Got it in one.
Oh, that's the funniest damn thing. Well, I'll tell you what. Earlier, after we got all set up, lights were blazing, flags were flying. Through that friggin' archway in the front comes the snootiest damn high elf you ever seen in your life. I tell you what, must have stepped straight out of the Fae. Actually, I kind of got that sense from him that he might actually be from the Fae. But boy, he just looked around like he don't own the place. He looked at everything and then he went, and I just wanted to smack him. Walked straight into the tent after looking over his new kingdom, and haven't seen him since, but the whole party seems to have suffered for it.
Well, you're a gifted storyteller. I was transported right away. We're going to go look at those beautiful tartans you told us about, but we will be right back. We're saving up our gold. It's so lovely to meet you, and thank you for the information.
And I will see you later today for sure. You might be able to get a bump of creek water at me after the feast. We'll see. I love to share, She goes,
love it.
And we make room for the next person behind us in line.
Yep.
Okay.
In sort of the con artist alley fashion, move along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to get a Bjorn going? I don't know. What do we want
Yeah. Is there anything like that at the fabrics thing? Even if I need to use mending or something to fashion one now, this is my new goal in life.
So you approach this Air Genasi, and she says, "Hello, I'm Vanessa. I'm a weaver. It's so nice to meet you. Can I help you find anything today? Could I make something for you? I could whip something up quickly, something small." And as she says that, there's a tornado of little threads in front of her that fall back down to the table.
I love this.
I am now less impressed by that knife, Air Genasi, if this is also a thing you can do with that ability.
And she goes, I'll have to tell my husband you said that.
Ha! Twist.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vanessa and Bobby Hayes.
he married up. Okay, well,
he did.
Yeah. Well, a thing that I would love, I don't know exactly. Well, what are some other things you make?
Oh, well, certainly. I've got this beautiful shawl, and she shows you this sort of triangular shawl. Ooh. She says, I have a scarf that would look dashing on our friend here, and there's a dark blue and black tartan, I would say potentially Bjorn-sized piece of fabric that she wraps around Swen's neck. Again, with the touch and the Air Genasi, she goes to put this scarf on you. Swen, does Swen let that one happen, or does he dodge out?
Seems like a loop of anything around Sven's neck might make him nervous, but...
Yeah. Sorry, Swen was miles away. Maybe Swen's a little I like her. I think he lets her tussle.
All right.
He's smitten a little bit, even though he won't show it. He's just I only watch.
She is mad elegant. She is so just beautiful and calming with her words, and so she wraps this around and she goes, "Oh, that looks so nice," and pats the side of your face.
Yeah, I go, I lean over to him. I'm like, I think you need to get this scarf.
Well, okay. How much for the scarf?
Well, I did make it by hand, so, and she kind of like with a gust brings it back into her hands and she goes, this fine cloth is 2 gold.
I'm like drinking and I'm like, 2 gold? And I have -1 persuasion. This ain't working.
You basically are like the guy that's like, but can I get your art for cheaper?
Yeah, the price
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keeps going up. It's like 9 gold before we know it.
She actually raises her eyebrow when you spit take. She raises her eyebrow a bit and says, Ergenasi silk sells for hundreds of gold by the yard. This is honestly a deal for the sake of whimsy.
I am unimpressed by this line of logic.
The whimsy discount, not doing it.
Swen's like,
how much do you want the Bjorn though?
Yeah, that is an excellent question. I mean,
scarf's 2 gold. Bjorn's gonna be.
Yeah, is there an extra fee for the craftsmanship if we wanted this constructed into a particular thing?
Oh, you have something specific in mind. Well, I'm sure that I could adapt this to exactly what you need. What would you like? Is it for you? And she looks at you, Elta.
I think you can borrow it if you'd like.
I think, Mary, you should just hold up Mordecai by his little armpits. Yeah. It's for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? What a creature you have there. You want to get him a scarf?
No, we would like to make a Bjorn so I can hold him at all times.
Uh-huh.
For goats.
Okay.
A horn Bjorn, if you will.
Yes.
And she just kind of like freezes her smile on her face and she goes, let me check. And turns to kind of where her boxes are.
And she was never seen again.
As one of you says horn Bjorn, around you, like 3 or 4 people erupt into giggles, seeing Mordecai being held like this, and like some people who are kind of like bummed out. As you hold him up and like people imagine a goat and a baby Bjorn, you see like little brightening faces around you, just a little, just with the idea of it.
While it also drains a bit of the joy out of Vanessa here, because that's delightful.
I don't think it was less of a joy drain and more of a, well, isn't that quaint?
Her professional convictions.
Yeah.
Oh, Saucefire is fired. Are you sure you don't want to get him something warmer? He does look chilled to the bone. But yeah, she holds this piece and she goes, actually, I do have, and pulls like a little ring, one of those like metal rings that you can like thread fabric through and actually make the Bjorn.
Yeah.
And she goes,
Bjorn.
all right, 2 gold for the set.
I will chip in a gold for this Bjorn if someone else. I didn't spend any gold at the test of athletic daring do when we all first met.
Yeah.
And
I only spent.
Mordecai's a friend of mine now, I would say. Yeah. And Mary, you by extension.
Yeah.
Mary's like, I'm used to that.
Yeah. No, I am. It's all good. Yeah, so I put down a gold.
One horn Bjorn, please, and we start chanting horn
Bjorn,
Bjorn,
horn Bjorn, horn Bjorn, horn Bjorn.
And the whole crowd around you, horn Bjorn, horn Bjorn. You see, there's like a little kid that's just like going ham, horn Bjorn, horn Bjorn. Just so excited.
Yeah.
And you feel the whimsy around you surge. Like this was a powerfully hilarious idea that you have as you tuck Mordecai in, but also you bought this craftsperson, like their life's work goes into what they made, and you see on Vanessa's face she's like kind of shocked, but she sees her beautiful weaving work with little Mordecai poking out, and from her as even a singular source you feel like a surge of whimsy, and all around you guys feel like, oh, this is what the party's supposed to feel like.
Heck yeah.
Let me make
gonna
some
need-
marks on my paper.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna need
I-
some fan art of Mordecai in this Bjorn.
I am
Everybody?
doing it as soon as we get off of here, Molly. I'm not joking.
I feel
And
like
then I'll brand Horn Bjorn.
Bjorn. Hornbjorn.ninja.
even Swen is like getting like caught up in this because I'm not looking for monsters to kill. Suddenly I'm like addicted to like spreading whimsy. Like I'm all on board. I'm like, let's find more tents. Let's like
Wait, you can be happy? Hold on.
it's been a minute for me, so I forgot what this felt like.
So around you, behind you from the craft fair is the snack carts. There's still the target game with all of the ranged weapons and some bolts and arrows. The music stage is still hopping. You guys see that is like, there is now a duo of dwarf cloggers that are also beatboxing while they clog.
Clog boxing? I haven't seen that in a minute.
Clog boxing. It's sick. It is. You guys are like, oh my gosh, that's a new trend.
Oh my god.
So many new trends getting started here.
It's a very whimsical day.
I can't believe that snooty dark elf is missing all of this.
Totally missing out. And then obviously there's Bobby Hayes, and next to Bobby Hayes there is Bobbing for Apples. Oh, and next to the craft fair you guys saw a table lined absolutely complete with pies, and there's a little sign on the front that says Extreme Pie Eating Contest.
Well, I don't want to speak for the group here, but I was the 10-time Lucinda Kingdom pie eating champion. When my family was alive, they died at a pie eating contest. And now
Traumatizing.
I killed my parents.
Okay, so do you want to avenge your family on
yeah,
these
I feel like in this, now that I've made like new bird friend and new goat friend, I'm like I feel friendship again. I haven't felt this in a while, and like I wanna like honor my family's memory as pie eaters.
Do you guys all want to do it?
I support Swen on his pie quest.
Yeah.
So we've got
I make little flags for Mordecai that just say Swen, and they're just
Yeah, little flags.
Oh my
Mordecai's
god,
not gonna
goat
enter the pie contest?
Horn Bjorn flags is like too cute to take. Like we're dangerously close to overload here. We're all gonna pass out.
We just need to parade. We really
Have Lisa Frank dreams like all night.
I was gonna say for good measure, we should just parade the Horn Bjorn around the craft loop just to
absolutely.
show everybody.
And I'm fake trumpeting like.
Oh yeah, Eric Cocker bird trumpet out in front.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is very good.
They call that cacao boxing.
I know we were interested in Target and we're interested in pie.
Yeah.
Is there an order you want to go in?
Does the pie eating contest start at any particular time? Because we might be able to. I don't know how much information we need from our friend at the Target tent, frankly. We would just be going to her for weapons.
Yeah.
But I think we agree that the high elf in the feast tent is bad news, and the drummers in the feast tent are doing a disrespect to Nickelblade. So that's our top priority, but maybe not our most urgent priority.
Elton Jane, preserver of the honor of Nickelblade.
Listen, gotta look out for other performers. That's all I mean.
Right. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm happy to encourage you in your pie eating first.
Yes.
You
Listen,
know,
for the honor of
to go
the
down
Sinclair
the minute.
name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Yes.
So, and it does seem like there's actually, they're waiting for enough people to start. There's like 5 of the 7 chairs are occupied. So it looks like they need 2 more people as you sort of approach.
I mean, I know Mordecai is just bones, but I would allow him to join.
Yeah, like
I wonder if
more of like a.
Does the ref have
It's
to
gonna
make
be like a
call?
cookie monster, but
Like if the pie just goes through him, does that count
Yeah.
or not count?
it
Just like hits the floor.
it goes to a pocket dimension somewhere and just lands on the ground.
I like that.
Just a whole pie just goes flat on the ground in just on a cement driveway somewhere.
Right.
Save it for later.
If you bring Mordecai forward, you could ask. It looks like there's kind of a guy with a silly looking top hat. It looks like he's usually, making big, like, oh, come on, let's stuff our faces with pie, real fun kind of dude. But he's sort of bummer. But you might be able to ask if Mordecai can participate.
Yeah, can I? Yeah. Do I have your permission, goat friend, to take your horn Bjorn and just kind of sling it over my shoulder like a backpack? So I just have this skeletal goat. Like,
there's a specific. This is very Jamie. There's a corgi that rides in its owner's backpack on the New York subway.
I've watched that.
Max the corgi, and she will just like fall asleep in this backpack, like her little feet. It's the cutest thing. Anyway, that's now what Sven is doing with Mordecai.
Yep.
Is there's just like a little goat and his little like hooves looking over. And you approach this guy, says, "Hello there, want to join the pie contest?"
Yeah, me and my goat would like to join. We're both very good at eating pies.
He looks, and he goes, "I'll consult the bylaws." And goes over and he pulls out this like massive tome and starts like flipping through. And he goes, 742 years ago, a goat actually won this thing. So it looks like he's good to go.
Called it.
The pie bylaws.
It could have been this goat. I don't know.
Yeah, actually. That'd be amazing.
He goes, well, wouldn't that be the damnedest thing? Maybe it could. I mean, clearly he's been around a while. And he sort of chuckles to himself and then looks a little surprised, like, And he goes, all right, sir, what was your name?
My name's Swen, and my goat friend here is named Goat Friend, because I have not bothered to learn anyone's name, because I'm Swen.
Yeah. So Swen does not know names. Swen just knows.
Bird friend and goat friend.
You think his name is Hornbjorn?
Everybody in the party's name is Hornbjorn.
Yeah, at this point.
Hey, Hornbjorn. He sort of leads you. They pull a chair out a little bit, and Mordecai clops up and sits like a dog does. And you are ready for the pie contest. Yes. And what we're actually going to do... Well, no, let me... Hold on. I was going to say we'll take our break, but we'll take our break right after pie.
Yes.
So
this is 10 years of my story coming to a conclusion here, so I really need
this is a true character arc.
I need this.
His family murdered at the Interstate Pie Try Championship 27 years ago to the day.
It was a really dark day.
Okay,
Nickelblade was playing, in fact.
There are 5 other people at this table, which I will be rolling for. And breaking my dice box. And we're going to roll in rounds. So it's 1d20 per round.
Okay.
Depending on what you get and what they get, you'll either finish your pie, get some way through your pie, something bad might happen. Same for the rest of them. Whoever makes it through as many pies as they can without collapsing first wins.
Nice. Are you rolling for Mordecai or...
You can roll for Mordecai.
Okay.
All right.
And for those in chat who have asked, what is a Bjorn? It is a fabric wrap that you can hold a baby in. Somebody can link a picture, but basically whenever you see a baby strapped to somebody with a bunch of fabric tied around, that's a baby Bjorn. I need to grab more D20s. 1 second.
I'm just learning that when you search image, maybe this is just how Google thinks of me, but when you search Bjorn in Google Images, you get some guy from Vikings.
Am I allowed to cast bark skin on the goat?
Absolutely.
So that the goat will have an exoskeleton with which to hold pies?
Yeah, you could do that.
I love this. Yes.
Oh my god, I was totally going to disqualify him because he can't eat the pie, but you've just saved your goat
You figured it out.
Okay.
So I just have to, as long as he's a willing creature, is he allowed, willing. Is the goat, okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah. No, he is down for whatever any of us want to do. And he enjoys candy and snacks, even though they fall through him. So I'm sure this will only just make him more excited.
This will also make Goat Friend, the AC will now be 16. So if we get attacked, he's extra good.
He's very tough, yeah.
Aside from the
actually
Bjorn,
the highest AC out of all of you.
I feel like everyone is looking at me turning this like skeletal goat into a tree, and they're like there's little twigs sticking out of this goat.
Yes. Yes. I love it.
It's even more adorable. How is this possible?
Minor adjustment. It is bark skin underneath its bark, but obviously it has to grow first. So for about 30 seconds, there's like this shimmering field around Mordecai, and he looks real confused. And then he sprouts like a chia pet. And it's just little sprouts head to toe. And then he goes and sneezes, and all the chia pet bits fall off, and he's just a bark skin goat.
Excellent.
Oh, I
Most
love
perfect
him.
visual ever painted by a human being.
Yeah.
Really weave the word pictures.
Yeah.
Okay,
Weaving
hold
them
on.
good.
But that was a Disney Princess Necromancer's skeletal goat, temporarily turning into a chia pet and then into a bark skin goat so he can have a pie eating contest.
Yeah, playing D&D
How else would
with
you
y'all
describe
is
that?
nuts.
I told you it would be whimsical.
It is very. It
Whimsical
wasn't.
as
We
heck.
we came to a festival of negative whimsy, and we have
True.
erupted it in whimsy.
The whimsy is
Okay.
all here.
These are Bjorns. This is a Bjorn with a dog in it.
Yeah.
For reference, that's what we're dealing with.
Well, I love the one with the arms out too. Like that's exactly
Yeah.
what the goat's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen someone illustrate a point by making their background on Zoom.
Oh,
Like that's so singularly genius that I'm just like,
Molly's
how
the
have I never
smartest
done
person
this?
there, but-
any old. Does anyone need pictures of what pie looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mordecai, out of his Bjorn, he is feeling himself. Mordecai has never felt so empowered. He is having a whimsical evening, sits his little goat butt down in the chair. Swen sits next to him.
Yeah.
There's 4 seats. Did I say 4 or 5? 4. It's easier. Of people, and the pies are placed in front of you, and they say, on your mark, get set, go, and roll a d20.
That is a 17. Good start. Good
A
start.
12.
Still a good start.
Okay, so we'll start with Mordecai's. Mordecai's pie, he puts his little goat face into it, and it sort of swirls with strange energy. Roll again with disadvantage. He's okay. Don't
Got
worry.
Tummy upset.
Okay. 15 actually with the disadvantage.
Okay, so Mordecai gets like 3/4 of the way through his pie. I cannot actually believe you rolled a 17. I'm gonna have to like screenshot that this is really what's in here.
What?
Swen, you're sitting there and you look over at Mordecai and you look down at your pie and you're eating and you're eating and you're eating and you get to the bottom of the pie tin and you look in your reflection and your face is a goat's face. And you have been polymorphed into a goat for 1 minute.
Two goats, two goats, two goats, two goats.
I'm gonna go buy another Bjorn.
Bear.
And you all from the side, you see Swen shoveling pie in his mouth. He looks over at Mordecai. Mordecai's got his face in a pie. And then all of a sudden, Swen kind of grabs both sides and puts his face in it and goes poof. And you see him turn into just like a really black, kind of crusty-eyed goat. And continues. And you finish your pie, Swen. The contestant on the end of the bench eats about half of a pie, burps, and falls out of their chair. They failed horribly at eating at all. 2 of them get about halfway through their pie. Nothing crazy happens, but they don't get as far as the 2 of you. They're behind. And 1 more, you hear at the other end a pie that someone is eating start yelling personal insults at them. It is just like the meanest pie of all time. They've got their face in it and they pull their face out and it goes, "Oh, you couldn't have washed your face before you came and ate a pie, huh? You got a greasy face, horrible nose, oh my God." And you see this person like looks down at their pie, covered in face, drops it and just runs. They were too intimidated by their pie. So already in round 1, there are now 2 goats and 2 normal ass people having a normal ass pie competition.
Were all the pies yelling obscenities? Did I miss that?
No, not all the pies were yelling obscenities.
It was just the one.
Just the one.
Oh.
Gray, something moved on our video screen, by the way. We're a little bit out of center.
How'd you?
We sneezed our way out of the corner. But yeah, so next round of pie, you guys get, as those 2 are trying to finish their first rounds of pies, Swen and Mordecai, roll.
Up.
11.
There goes that die forever.
That's good.
18. All right,
Ooh,
whatever that rolled is probably worse than this.
Mordecai pulls ahead. Swen only gets about halfway through this pie, so you're still half a pie ahead of the other folks. One of their pies actually bursts into flames, and they're not like in their mouth, but they kind of blow it out, and now it's really hot, and they're way behind trying to eat it. Very surprising to have a pie burst into flames in your face. And the other one on the very end lets out this huge burp. A little fire comes out of it, and he just passes out. Looks like he couldn't handle the pies. So now it is Mordecai, Swen, and we can now NPC-ize this third person. Go ahead, Swen. What are you gonna say?
Oh, am I still a goat or have I transformed back?
You're still a goat. It has not been a full minute because you're just like showing.
I can hold it. I can hold it down as a goat. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Sorry, I mean,
it is probably like 30 seconds in.
Okay.
I would love to point out the good pun by Saucefire, Pyromancer.
Yeah.
The Pyromancer.
Pyromania.
The Pyromania.
Very
Pyromania. It's in that giant tome of the many spells that pies can be enchanted with. There's sort of like a cutscene moment, and it's this beautiful, like, illuminated manuscript of Pyromania. So
there we go.
Now you know your pie could burst into flames in your face. Roll one more time.
Is that how Swen's family died? It was a flaming pie?
Fire pies?
I don't want to talk about it.
Or
I told you I don't want to talk about it.
Insulting pie.
Swen is processing his trauma as a goat right now.
Yeah, of course.
This is a lot to take in, to be fair. 15.
Okay. And what did Mordecai get that round?
Oh, new round. 15.
Hey, both 15s.
So the third person ended up with a pyromaniac pie and is still attempting to like cool it off. They're both still trying to eat their pies, but they're way behind. It is between 2 goats, which, you know, perhaps unsurprising. But the audience, as you guys look out on this, as you're about to go into your third full pie, you look around and it seems like people have kind of gathered, and the fact that this is 2 goats having a pie eating contest is way funnier and more incredible than they could have expected.
The Whimsy crew at it again.
So, one more pie, and this is going to be the pie breaker between you and Mordecai. And we're just going to go flat roll unless you get a 20 or a 1. Special things happen, but we are just going to see who between the 2 goats, one barky, encrusted, one sort of sad looking.
Yeah, very depressed goat.
Depressed goat.
All right, you ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, shoot. I have to like lift this up so you see it.
Oh.
That's funny, dog.
Nice. I got an 18. I was 18.
Oh man, we both rolled so good though.
That's when
Both rolls so good. So you guys,
When we're fighting or anything, it's never going to be this good again.
You're real good at eating
Yeah.
pie, though.
you're so good at eating pie.
I mean, I know I was.
mean-
I was just haunted by the demons of my past, so I had to work through some stuff.
These final pies are placed before you. You lock eyes with Mordecai, and you can sense that this goat knows what's happening, knows what's at stake, which is the pride of winning a pie contest, and he is in it to win it. You feel the competitive spirit from this goat next to you, and you both just dig in, and you're going, and you're going, and a huge crowd is attracted, and they're cheering you on, and some of them are like, "Go Goth Goat! Go Goth Goat!" And some of them are like, "Go Tree Goat! Go Tree Goat!" Because they don't know your guys' names. And there's crowds chanting, and at the last moment, Swen thinks of his family and thinks of the healing he's pursuing and takes a huge goat bite, and finishes his pie first.
And the plate, it's on, probably.
And the pan,
Yes.
it is on. And the
part of the table.
the placemat it was sitting on. And the crowd goes wild. Absolutely wild. They could never have expected the whimsy of two goats head to head in an intense pie eating contest. And as you shove the last bite in your mouth and kind of like celebrate, like, "Oh, you did it!" You turn and you pop back into Sven, back into a man sitting in your chair. And it probably looks pretty intentional that you switched to a goat and like... And the crowd is going wild, and we're actually going to take a 10-minute break right there. Get a little refresh on our water, hit the bathroom, make sure that you're drinking water, stretch, take deep breaths, take care of yourselves, and we will be back at 6:55 PST.
All right. Support your local goat.
Support your local goats.
Bjorn. Or Bjorn.
Oh, Bjorn! Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Take a little break. We are rejoining our cast. Sven has just been victorious in an extreme pie eating competition. Most of the time he was a goat. It was a goat v goat pie eating extravaganza, and the crowd is delighted. And you all see the bonfires, or the smaller fires that are kind of everywhere. You see people kind of gather around them. It's a winter festival. And they're all kind of, it seems like they're providing warmth now. People are gathering and chatting, and you actually watch as somebody goes and purchases something from the dwarf craftsperson and then takes it in a little package and scurries over near the main bonfire and gives it to a friend, and you watch their face light up. And so you're feeling this festival is a little bit better, but there's still a tinge, there's the off rhythm, something is amiss. So there are the snack booths that you haven't visited. You do want to go back and talk to, I said her name, Leticia is the orc with the weapons. And there's still the air genasi with the blades. What next?
What was the name of the Crickwater person again?
Moonshine. Her name's Moonshine Saib.
Hi, y'all, Moonshine.
And I have to be 100% honest, if you like Moonshine Saib, that is not my character. That is Emily Axford from Not Another D&D Podcast, plays Moonshine Saib. Here's a little fan art somebody made.
Oh, yeah.
She's one of my favorite characters of all time, so I like to keep her as NPCs.
She's got that voice 100%, yeah.
So, yeah, you can go talk to Moonshine. You can talk to Leticia, the archer competition.
Well, so we're going over to Leticia anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know how Swen / Mordecai are feeling about food right now, but...
A hard no.
Yeah.
You guys can see Swen is bloated.
Yeah, and I am on the ground mostly for the ground snacks.
So Alta and I will have maybe some snacks as we pass that.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Any good snack vendors we can chat up?
So they're if you guys want to, I'll read off the snack carts and you guys can kind of pick. They're 20 silver a piece. Excuse me. And it looks like there is a cart with fudge, a cart with birch beer, a cart with roasted nuts, a cart with popcorn, a cart with fried dough on a stick, and a cart with hot cider and cocoa.
All sounds good.
Aarakocras love anything nuts and popcorn related, so I think I'm gonna check out the roasted nuts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's actually an Aarakocra vendor there, a real sleek, hawk-looking guy, and he goes, "Hey, what'd I get ya? Oh, you want spices on this? I got lots of spices." And he pulls out a little rack with a bunch of little shaker spices and hands you, a little paper cup full of roasted nuts. And
if it's
you can
talent, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and they smell so good. And just by looking at it, because you're a spellcaster, you can tell that these actually have the quality of good berries. So each one of these is a single hit point of healing or stabilizing or anything you like.
Sweet.
And I will say for flavor, there's a number of them that aren't magical, but you get 5 magic roast nuts, so you can enjoy some. You don't have to just hold them.
Feel free to snack on these nuts if you're feeling down, guys. I say with no irony.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because I'm a bird, and why would I?
I'm going to head over to the fried dough on a stick because Mary just enjoys things on the sticks. That just seems fun.
Yeah, you approach the fried dough on a stick, and a very, very ancient old woman, dark skin, dark hair, looks at you, smiles. She's got like real big apples of her cheeks, and she goes, "You look like you need a bit of fried dough."
Heck yeah, I do.
And she grabs this stick and sort of brandishes it, and with one of like a fantasy version of those plastic squirt bottles, like levitates batter in the air, and then like
Whoa.
sort of shapes like hot oil like water, and like wraps it around and makes kind of a swoopy, like it's kind of frying right there in front of you. And she is a fryomancer, and she twists the whole thing towards you, and you can grab the stick and pull out your fried dough. And she says, "Grab it when you're ready. Don't let it get too burnt. Don't let it burn."
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, so Mary will pull it out when it before it gets burned.
But it
Do
looks
I have to
golden
make a roll
brown.
for that? Yeah.
Let's just do like a dex roll,
Okay.
just for fun.
See if Mary catches on fire.
It's covered in powdered sugar.
Yeah, that's like a 6.
So you do pull it out, but you look like you're going for it, and this lady has to kind of pull the hot oil away. She goes, "Oh, goodness gracious." And you don't burn yourself, but your fried dough is a little uneven. It's kind of like nice golden brown at the base and then a little undercooked at the end, but it's still good. And where did I write down my fried dough statistics?
That is a
Give me
great
them dough
thing.
stats.
My dough stats.
Dough stats, though.
I know that it increases whimsy, because who doesn't love fried dough on a stick?
No people.
Like,
On a stick.
straight up. Oh, and you can add +1 to a roll that you make
Awesome.
out of game. Your whimsy brings you inspiration, and you can add +1 to a roll. And then
Neat.
you also have the good
And then-
berries now, Elta.
And once I just have the stick left over, I can make that into another little flag for the horn Bjorn.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Yes, you can.
This was my plan all along.
It's just a little. How long does bark skin last?
No.
It probably wore off. It says
It's
you touch 'em-
concentration.
Mm.
So maybe the minute you pop back from being a goat, like
Well, it
Maybe
was
when he
on
popped
Mordecai.
into being a goat. he
No,
unpopped.
it says up to 1 hour.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah.
We got an armor-plated baby goat who is a skeleton.
This
Got
is
an arm
awesome.
blade, baby?
We can all be bark plated if you want.
Yeah.
Well, we
so,
got-
oh, go ahead.
Like, how much time to the feast anyway? The feast in the feast tent? Probably 2 hours, an hour? How long did the fight even
Probably
come?
2 hours, and
Okay.
you're. It feels like, that's when everybody will be going into this tent.
Yeah.
When like the maximum amount of people will be there is in about 2 hours. So they're gonna
Okay.
start filtering over there in the next hour or so.
Fair.
So
Before Swen gets a snack.
Swen is still looking a little nauseated, probably.
I have like cartoon bubbles going over my head, like.
yeah. Wait, who's holding am I holding the Bjorn right now? Because I imagine Mordecai's a little heavier right now, not only with the bark.
Yeah,
but
3
also,
pies heavier, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 pies and bark skin.
Oh yeah,
That's
the bark skin is probably not great.
He's very heavy, and Mary, you probably can't really do anything else while you have this goat in your Bjorn at this point. Usually you feel like, honestly, it wouldn't be bad in combat. Like, you could, if you wanted to keep him close to you, you could just like wield some swords and your goat would be fine, But in this circumstance, he's very heavy and difficult to wield around.
All right. So maybe at the moment, like I have the Bjorn on, but I'm like, it's okay, buddy. You walk it off. You walk the pies off because I have like zero strength.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mary's probably struggling.
Yeah.
His cloppity clops are a little bit louder, you can tell. But you can hear the music is hopping over at the music stage. People sort of still laughing, and you actually see an artist has set up an easel over by the pie eating contest and is doing a caricature of two goats eating pies, and people are kind of gathered around to admire this art in progress. And you can still hear the Genasi Blade guy occasionally over the crowd. You can hear, but wait, there's more over everybody. And yeah, the party seems to be picking up.
Do I have a second to kind of holler at the caricature artist how much for that picture? Because I need to like have this memory forever.
Yeah, he goes, I mean, you're the winner. I'll give it to you for free when it's done.
I love you forever, caricature man.
And he
caricature
kind of
friend.
Like, he sort of seems kind of, he's like, I was just doing it for fun. I'm sure glad you like it. It'll probably be done in about an hour or two.
Okay.
Wow.
Good pie eating, man. Good pie eating.
Well, I hope we're not dead when you're done, but thank you.
He goes, yeah, I hope not.
Yeah.
And if you're over by the pie eating contest, you're basically right next to the feast tent. You can hear the music coming out of it, still a bit discordant. But there's like smells coming out of it that, smells good, like a feast. And there's quiet murmurings.
Okay, so to review, we have a bag of warm nuts, a naked stick, a ranger who's full of pie, a goat who's full of pie in a little bag. I think that's all we need to take down this high elf.
A total of 0 acquired weapons.
0 weapons.
What?
We should probably continue to Letitia and ask about these weapons, huh?
Just so you know, you could fight it right now. You do not need to go pick up anything particularly, but you might want a bow and arrow.
We should go see if the pie plates are still there and just throw pie plates at the elf.
Yeah.
I think you ate one. Maybe like
Yeah.
I ate some of it. It actually has sharp corners.
okay, yeah.
I turned it into kind of a boomerang-like weapon.
Thought it was an
There we
after
go.
A
dark
pie
mint.
batleth.
Wow.
A pie tin batleth. One for each hand, like minis. Anyway.
One for each hoof.
You're really excited about that idea. Yeah, you can go see Leticia. You can talk to more people. You can bob for apples. You can buy more at the craft fair. There's still plenty you can do. And if there's something specific that you would want to be on the lookout for, you can let me know and roll perception, and we'll see if you find it. If you're like, I want to find a lance with a golden end, let me know. We'll see.
I
Is
think
there any? Please.
I was just gonna say my life's goal was the Hornbjorn, so it's all downhill from here.
Mary is just radiating contentedness.
Yeah, that's a good. I don't know how we can top the Hornbjorn.
Let's go steal some arrows and find out.
Yeah, let's steal some arrows. Or I can try to win them fair and square as well from the prize, but who knows? I don't know.
Actually, we don't even know what the small target prize is.
That's true. What if it's a gun? No, probably not. We should find out.
D&D with guns.
Also known as Blood.
Yeah, I mean, you saw quite a few different little prizes. There was sort of, it's hard to verbally explain, but because there's like the 3 targets, there's 3 tiers of prizes.
Yeah.
And then there was like a prize for a hit, a prize for a bullseye, and a prize for a hat trick. So kind of like depending, she would let you pick particular things. So there was not a firearm particularly on the board, but you might have just missed it.
I'm hoping for an instrument, honestly, because that's my seemingly my only proficiency. So if I can get a kazoo or something, if there's a fantasy
Like a
kazoo.
slide whistle.
Yeah, I'm not hoping to do too well at this game, but I'm willing to try.
All right. Well, as you come back, Leticia says, welcome back. Welcome back. We've refreshed our prizes. We've got a couple more. Want to take another crack at it?
Yes, please.
All right. Step right up.
And trying not to embarrass myself in front of
And what are
cool half-orc lady.
Which of the three targets, the easiest, mediumist, or the hardest to hit?
I don't. We haven't gone for the small one yet. I don't have a lot of confidence in my ability to get at the small one, team. What should I do?
Well, I mean, each of us could give it another go, and you were really good at it, Swen. You could go for the small one. I could give it another shot at the medium one. I was just okay at it.
What's the prize strata that we're aware of? Like, what if I tried to go for another potion? That seems pretty useful. We could all be inspired.
That was medium.
There's a potion on the medium. You also see us kind of it's like a potion, but in like a plastic bottle on the easy section.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And you do see a kazoo on the easy section.
Okay. I wonder if I could barter for multiple kazoos if I go for the medium target. Maybe. Yeah, I'll see.
But there's there's arrows with iron tips.
Is it clear? Is it indicated which prizes are for which target? I guess is my question.
They're sort of like chunked out to like what difficulty it was and how well you did it. They're kind of in general areas. You feel like you might be able to haggle with her for like a better prize or a more accurate, like what you actually want.
We'll see how I do on the medium target. Let's
okay.
Say. Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. That is a 4.
You do not hit the target on your first shot. Not at all. She goes, no hat trick for you. Try again.
Kidding. I have a +2 dex. Does that count for anything? That's still a 6. That doesn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a 20.
Hey!
Yeah.
So you kind of... Helta gets kind of frustrated. First one just swings way wide. You take a deep breath. You center yourself. And the arrow goes right to the bullseye. And it actually... There had been an existing arrow from a previous bullseye that it splits. And she goes, well, ain't that a thing? A split arrow. That only happens maybe once a festival, you know. They might say that's lucky. You want to shoot one more time? See if you get a better prize? I mean, that'll bump you up a tier for sure.
Yeah, I'm flapping my wings excitedly. Sure, yeah. I've like
everybody around was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure it makes a sound. Okay. Yeah.
I'm prestidigitating like air horns when you do that.
Yeah, I see no reason not to trust this lady. And I throw again, and I get an 11 plus 2 dex, perhaps. Yeah, so 13, lucky number 13.
The medium target still misses, so it shoots wide. But it was very close to hitting, and she goes, well, I might have to guess that was luck, but that was a pretty slick bullseye, friend. You can, what are you thinking for a prize? You seem musically inclined.
I am. I'm trying to think of like, what can't I get in like that? What can I only get on the material plane? You know, instead of the sky, right? Mm-hmm. That fanciful woodwind. What's that called?
Oh, she grabs it and she says, "Oh, this little guy," and she pulls one out of her own pocket and she says, "This is a kazoo," and she hands it to you and she puts her own in her mouth and her little tusks are around the side of it, and she goes, happens to be my favorite, and just does a sickest kazoo solo with like tapping it against her tusks and like kind of beatboxing with it again with the beatboxing, but it's a performance and you do feel inspired by this.
I put it in my beak, but I don't have lips, so I kind of go I'll get it. I'll practice.
You'll get it for sure. And
I've never seen one before.
Yeah, that's something that you can certainly use to cast spells.
It's not working.
And
I'll get it.
you actually get the sense that once you get the hang of it, it would give you a +1 on your spell casting.
I better practice that. Okay.
Just.
All right. Swen steps up and he kind of pulls the archery orc aside and he's like, all right, I have a question for you. I know people can hit bullseyes. I know I already hit one. I have a bet for you. I'll pay you twice as much to enter, but if I break the target when I hit it, you let me keep the bow too.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
3.
Okay.
And 14. Much
14.
better.
She goes, that bow's worth a lot. Might need to triple it.
All right, 30 silver? You got it.
30 silver. Snatches it and says, all or nothing. You get the and she pulls like a bow and a thing of arrows.
Right.
And she goes, you win, you smash that, you get this.
All right, I cast Hunter's Mark on the target.
Okay.
Which gives me an additional 1d6 of damage to the target.
All right.
So.
Can I throw some bardic inspiration on this? Would that be helpful?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
You hear in the background, Elta gets the hang of the kazoo for a moment.
It was a 14 and a 5, so that's a 19.
Okay.
A 19.
Plus.
That definitely hits. I mean, you would hit the smallest target with that. So you wouldn't even actually need to use your bardic, Elta. You can hold on to it. But you do get the hang of it. And you hit the smallest target with a 19.
Does it break though?
You've got roll damage.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because you're trying. Usually you'd be trying for accuracy, but now you're trying for power as well.
Oh, right. And that is a 4, so that's 23.
4 on the damage plus. Hold on, let me look.
Oh wait, we didn't roll. Oh, okay, wait.
No, because you don't have that in your inventory because you don't have the bow.
Yeah.
I need to look up how much it is.
Right.
One moment.
We broke it. We broke D&D. We did it.
We did it. Roll another d6 and add that. So 4 plus.
4. Oh God. It's very dark under my desk.
What Sven likes.
All right, gonna grab a flashlight and I'll just shout out the number when I see it.
I live in darkness. I roll in darkness.
There it is. Oh, it's a 6.
Oh, that's exactly what you needed. You needed
Jumanji rules.
10 hit points. So you aim, you pull, you fire, and you hear it hits the target, and for a moment it just kind of swings there, and then you see it go and fall to the ground. And she goes,
we're hyping up the crowd.
Well, that's a hell of a thing. And because you did it so flashily, it actually does hype the crowd. It does get.
That's like, what we do.
People are feeling like, what? We never thought. And the crowd has both regained some of their holiday spirit, and now you have a bow with some iron-tipped arrows.
I'm shouting hashtag goat fam over and over. Just go fam.
Yes.
Hashtag go fam. And I put the bow like over my shoulders and I guess tuck the arrows into my car. I don't know.
That's how it
somewhere. They're close. Ready to go.
They video game into nowhere.
Yeah. There's little pockets on the side of the Bjorn.
Yeah.
I turn to my friends and I'm like, I can't.
And she looks pretty surprised too. You see Leticia goes and starts replacing the the target and was like, well, that was a hell of a thing. Got to close down for a couple minutes, y'all. Fix my setup.
Oh,
You're a genuine person. Thank you, Letitia.
I can go over and use the cantrip mending. And
yeah, you totally can.
Baller move.
Yeah.
You see, at first she sees you like step into the range, and she just kind of instinctively is like, no, nobody's standing in the firing range. But you kind of like, make the international I'm helping gesture, and she you mend it, and she goes, well, god dang, that's just the sweetest thing. And she walks over, and off of the wall she grabs a you already got a bag of candy, right? From her?
Yeah.
She actually grabs, let's see, what would she grab? She grabs the teddy bear.
Aww.
And she brings you over the teddy bear. And she goes, I saw you eyeing this earlier, and that was a real nice thing for you to do.
We
Saves
definitely
me a couple
wanted
silver,
that.
so you have this.
Thank you.
So now you have...
And since... I was going to say, since Mordecai's still... I was going to say, because Mordecai right now is walking because he's full of pie and bark, I do put the teddy bear in the Bjorn for the current moment.
Hilarious.
Very
Bjorn.
cute. Teddy Bjorn. So as you guys are sort of wandering through the crowds, it seems like it's really more jovial now. It's picked up. People are having a great time. You notice like a gaggle of teens in kind of like rough and tumble jackets, and on the back you can see still drying is painted like a goat head. Like clearly the like motif has influenced the culture of this town, and like goats are just they're the cool thing right now. So yeah, you guys are feeling pretty prepared. Everybody's got a little something.
Nice. Well, what do you guys say?
How much time we got before they start filling up the tent?
You can hear people around you in the crowd are starting to say, oh, I'm getting hungry. Those snacks aren't holding me over, or let's head over there soon so we get a good seat. So you think you probably have half an hour before people really start filtering over there. An hour before it's like max capacity.
So what do we still got left to hit?
Well,
unless we want to go back to
nuts, so I'm good. And my kazoo.
If we want to go back to Knife Guy, otherwise I'll go maybe get one of the crick water things. Get some stuff from Moonshine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys spent the gold on the Bjorn. I'll front the gold for inspiration liquor.
For the quality crick water.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
great.
I still got almost 3, so.
Yeah, you guys were very
shot before we go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Moonshine, so y'all can come up to the craft fair. Go ahead.
Point of sorry. I did spend 30 gold to get the bow because I did not win my bet.
30 silver.
30
silver, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me subtract that because I did.
But it is a nice bow. Actually.
Oh yeah, I ripped her off completely.
Yeah.
She's not an earshot to hear me say that. So to the Crookwater?
The Crookwater. And Mikey, you can write down that your bow does give you longbow damage instead of shortbow damage.
Sure.
+1 longbow. Page not found. That's a D8. A 1d8.
Okay.
So when you hit with it.
Grab my
D8. Back to Moonshine. Yeah, so you see she's in conversation with some folks, and she hands over like a really tiny vial, it looks like, and a guy kind of goes to the side and gives it and oh man, it's the best. I love Crickwater. Got it. Thanks for coming by, Moonshine. It's so good to see you. Gives her like a big clap on the back. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna go bob for apples. I'm gonna bob for apples, then I'm gonna go to the feast. This is gonna be great. Kind of like says hi on his way by. He just seems pretty amped. He's not or anything. But yeah, Moonshine says, oh hey, all good to see you again.
Hey, yeah, we are back and ready to have a drink. Is that the proper term for?
I call it a huff. You know, you just want to get a good nostril full of it. Trust me, you do not want to drink. I mean, let me say it correctly. Like, you only want to drink Crickwater if you want to astral travel. Otherwise, just give it a good sniff.
All right, so
okay.
What's the difference between the cheap astral travel and the gold astral travel? That's what I want to know.
She goes, well, if I told you all the secrets, then I probably wouldn't make much money. Cheap astral travel can get pretty crazy, I'll tell you what.
So I slap down a gold and I'm like, we'll take one.
And she goes, oh, well, alrighty then. Let me, would you like me to divide it into multiple vials for your use, or do you want just one big old?
No,
Yeah, that would be lovely.
And she gets you like little kind of, tiny potion bottles, and as she's chatting you up, she pours this little liquid into all of it, and she hands it, and she's like, all right, now you enjoy that responsibly. I might advise, if you happen to be going up against some jerk stealing the whimsy from this town or something like that, I don't know. I mean, you might want to give that thing a good old sniff in the middle of battle. Just saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
Moonshine's got our back.
She
thanks, Moonshine.
Takes a huge huff. She's got like a Crickwater like jug around her neck, and she just like sticks it to her nostrils. Like,
Mama needs an upper. Mama needs an upper.
This is her first whimsy festival.
And it's normal for the Crick, man. That's how they do it. All right, so you have these little bottles of some sort of magical boost. You feel like the whimsy tides are in your favor. What would you like to do next?
How much time we got?
It's running out. It's getting close.
Oh.
Let's go confront that mean boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird friend is right. We should go confront some whimsy stealers.
We need to stop this music crime in there. It's getting old.
That's true.
Yeah, you hear somebody attempting to do like a really speedy drum set, and it's just not working.
No, the drums are for the drum circle tent. We gotta bring order to this festival.
Yeah.
All right. So you all walk over the grounds. The colorful fires are blazing around you. The bonfire seems to be getting kind of ready. It's really getting dark now. And you enter this big round tent. And immediately you see it's kind of in disarray. It looks like 2 tables are stacked at the end with like a small table on top. And then this high elf that you've been told is like sitting on the top of this very hastily made kind of dais. And you see other tables around and people sort of milling about. But the first thing you see is this high elf sitting at an improvised high table in front of everybody. And it's not super full. There's a number of people around, and do a perception check, actually, as you guys get there.
15.
Same.
18.
Wow, perception bunch.
Yeah, very perceptive. So you see that it looks like this elf has 2 townspeople kind of sitting at either side of him, and they have kind of a glazed look on their face that, Mary, you feel like some sort of friendship coercion spell has been cast on these people. They're not listening to his stories because they're enjoying them. They're they are under a spell to be his friends. And Mary also notices in the back, kind of where the catering folks would come in, the witch from the very beginning, and she looks at you and winks, and she kind of points at the civilians, like the people milling about, and she goes, and then kind of slips back behind a curtain. And Mary, you were the only one that saw the witch. But the rest of you see, and you also see at the moment this dais is fairly sturdy, but it doesn't look like it would stay that way for long. It was built out of tables. And you see the elf has a long sword and a bow on his back, and appears to be, he has a big goblet of wine and is looking around.
Hey, Mary's bad at hand signals, so she's at least gonna, like, if she pointed at the civilians, I'm just gonna kind of take a look at them. I don't know if that would be a separate perception check, but are they also charmed, or is it something else?
It wouldn't be, all of you would be able to tell that, excepting the two people on top, everybody else is kind of their normal selves, except that whimsy sapping sense is really strong in this tent. That's the other thing I should have mentioned, like out of the gate with like a 2 on that roll. As soon as you came in from outside, it just felt like a bad vibe party. Just the vibe is bad here.
Time to put the goat back in the Bjorn.
Yeah. I think Sad Sven is back. This is very depressing for me. I walk in and like all of our whimsy is like being sucked away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grimdark again.
You've just started feeling whimsy and it's already being taken from you so soon.
I've lost interest in my nuts.
These nuts taste like ash in my mouth.
I have no comment on that at all.
Whimsical. So what do you guys want to try to be stealthy and kind of like find your way around? You want to draw attention to yourselves? You see this elf just has his feet up with it and is looking around kind of bored.
I'm kind of 2 minds. I feel like I could thrust an arrow through his foot and he would notice us.
Yeah.
Or we could like sit down at a table and chill out and pretend we don't recognize. We can go loud now or we can wait. I'm just glad to have new friends. Thank you.
And a belly full of pie.
Oh my God, don't ever say the word pie around me again. Bird person.
Yeah, I mean, I've got like charm person spells and like, you know, I don't know if I could do like a contested charm person on like the 2 people on either side of him. I also don't know how stealthy that would be. It would kind of be interesting to go up at least to the band and see what the whole deal is first, and then maybe deal with him, as long as we're kind of not front and center right now.
Would he be aware of me hunters marking him? Just to kind of get it going?
Target know they're being hunters.
Because it lasts up to an hour, so.
I have detect thoughts, apparently.
Ooh,
try to see
that's
what's
very
pulling
strong.
out this sad elf.
Ooh.
I'm on board with that.
I like that.
Questions for
They remain
me?
unaware, so you could do that.
Just kind of just sneaking on him. What do I need to roll? Just wisdom, I guess.
Let me look, because I might need to roll a DC. It's the wrong character.
Also, where's our barked goat at this moment?
Oh, he's back in the Bjorn with the teddy bear also in the Bjorn.
Oh my God.
Okay.
He's stacked in the
because
Bjorn.
he's bones, right? It doesn't like he takes up that much space.
How long does bark skin?
In his rib cage, just sticking out.
I guess
little head
it's
on
He's
top.
still bark skinned.
okay.
if Sven wants him to be. If Sven wants him to be.
It's up to 1 hour, and I feel like
you're getting close. Like you're probably,
is.
but you also know that combat does not tend to last long. It's in 6-second intervals. So
sure.
As long as you kind of hustle up, you're probably still going to have an armored goat for a while.
By the time the feast rolls around, hopefully.
You're going to be close. Okay, so it looks like it's a wisdom 14 save.
Okay.
For me to not be thought detected.
Okay.
Well, is this one of those detect thoughts where it's like you get the surface thoughts, and then if you want to go deeper, you get detected?
Yes. Let me reread it.
Yeah.
Narration.
You can read the thoughts of certain creatures. I imagine this person has an intelligence
Yeah.
higher than 3. Yeah.
Very much so. But you do get the surface thoughts right out of the gate, and then you can just decide if you want to go deeper. So as you kind of warp into this elf's head, he's thinking, I feel like it's just wearing off. The whimsy was so much better here earlier. I wonder if these humans are all going to die or something. Boring. I'll have to find a new place to get this.
Well, that's alarming.
Yeah. So we got some elf ennui. Can I probe any further, or do I need to roll for that?
So he would roll. It looks like if you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into reasoning, emotional state, something that looms large as mind. If it succeeds, the spell ends. He got a 17 on his saving throw. So were you going to probe deeper, I guess is the question.
I rolled a 17 on my first throw. I can throw again.
Oh no, you get it's the same check. You just decide, I'm going to try to think deeper. Or are you satisfied with hearing his...
I'd like to see... You mentioned something about it wearing off, if it's possible to kind of dig into what he might be referring to.
Yeah, you can wait a couple of moments.
Plan. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It seems like he's just sort of thinking about how the whimsy sense was stronger earlier. Yeah. You get the sense that all of your guys' kind of recapturing of whimsy outside of the tent is harshing his vibe a little bit.
Oh.
Okay. Do we know if we created more whimsy outside, would that affect him more?
Or whimsy in here?
You could try to make whimsy in here. And it looks like, so as you guys are saying this, or as you guys are sort of looking and observing, he barks down to the musicians and he goes, "Hey, play a different song. This one's boring. This sucks. You suck. Come on, play better." Jeez.
This guy sucks.
And you feel the band members all just kind of deflate a little bit and start playing a different song, and it's, out of tune and not having a good time.
Well, if we make the choice that we want to create some more whimsy in here, I do have Mordecai, the talented drummer. I got his little hoofs in my hand. And the Bjorn.
Yeah, I like this idea. And can Mordecai play the kazoo? I have a kazoo on my person.
I mean, goat kazoo is very strong.
Yeah. A goat kazoo, you could try. But you see more and more civilians are starting to filter in. And Mary, from the corner of your eye, you see the witch. And she's pointing around at everybody, and she's get on. She's making a get on with it gesture, but she's pointing oh my gosh, there's so many people.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
She's not a good communicator.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
I'm not. I don't respond to hand gestures well, but I kind of get the urgency.
Yeah. You could try to go over to talk to her too if you wanted to. But...
Knock everything off the tables. Okay, got it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I turn to Elta and Swen and I go, I think we need to just whichever plan we're going for, either whimsy or attack this dude. We have to do it right now before more people get in here.
Okay. Bird friend, what do you
Yeah.
think? Attack or whimsy?
I say that this party sucks and we should try to make it better.
I concur. I concur with my associate.
Okay, so would you want to take over the stage with me?
Yeah,
We can do what we did outside.
I have
Good.
hypnotic pattern that I can cast, but I don't know if that would take away from like a performance thing. If I can do both.
You could do both. Essentially, if
Okay.
you guys went on stage, so you'll just have to see how it turns out. Rushing the stage, essentially.
Okay, there's no way to sneak onto the stage. That's kind of not what a stage is for.
You could
huh?
try. I mean, there's a bunch of like it's a pretty small kind of platform. You can tell it was only meant for maybe 5 people, and there's like 7 or 8 musicians just kind of crowded up there.
Yeah. Like, do you think if he's bossing around these musicians, do we have to appeal our performance to this loser, or should we try to inspire all the other people in this tent team?
Oh, I think
Team,
we can inspire them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's out whimsy this fool.
yeah, exactly.
Whimsy. All right.
Okay, so I cast Hypnotic Pattern, which creates a weaving sort of animation of colored lights in geometric shapes. Basically a laser dome. We turn this tent into a laser dome.
All right. Laser
Yeah,
dome.
Step number 1. Yeah. Swen, what are you? You don't have any performance chops.
No,
perhaps,
I mean I
right?
did the fog cloud outside, but I feel like that would obscure our view in here.
Yeah. Well, and you
Um,
know all of the hits of Nickel Blade.
I do
Um,
by heart, in fact. I write them. I quickly write them down for you, just all
okay,
the
excellent.
lyrics.
And we'll
'Cause,
distribute them to the other band members on the
yeah,
stage. Hmm.
and then like you're trying to hurry me up, and I'm like, no, I gotta get the B sides. Hang on. But
And
I
this
hand
man
you.
eats everyone's souls around
Yeah.
you. This is
You're like, I didn't need the entire discography, but thank you. Or
so yeah, but that's a good question. If these two are trying to help the crowd reclaim its whimsy, what's Swen going to be up to? Is he going to be the bouncer again? Is he going to be
I'm trying to think if there's something clever I can do here, but I'm kind of drawing a blank.
I mean, as a ranger, it's not your forte.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you would like to just keep an eye on High Elfman, make sure he doesn't try to make any moves on us. And
Actually,
hunters.
I want to approach his table and I'm just staring at him with all the pain of everyone I've lost, just staring right through him.
Yeah,
I want him
imagining
to feel,
he's all the pies that killed your family. He is just a stack of pies in a trench coat.
To feel like that.
This person has never known a truly harsh vibe, and you're gonna impress it upon him.
I am harshing his mellow, something fierce.
He has all the mellow, and you will reclaim it. Yeah. So, are you going to try to stealth on stage? For Elta and Mary.
Yeah.
Swen's got the elf's attention.
Are you getting his attention, or are you just staring at him?
I'm just staring at he probably is trying to communicate or something. I'm just like,
he doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. He's kind of like up on his tall like dais. We'll see. Yeah, he rolled a 7 on his perception. So at first he hasn't even noticed Swen is there.
It's fine with me. He can't get past me, so
it's true.
Yeah, I mean, if you've already cast Hypnotic Pattern, like I feel like we've got people's attention enough that we can like just kind of bum rush the stage and be, if everyone's vibe is mellowed, we can just be like off, like just, kind of make it urgent enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be persuasion, but
I would hope that the witch is doing her part as well. Like,
yeah. So we will have to go into a proper combat.
Okay.
So what we're gonna say is when Swen approaches the front table, Mary and Elta are approaching the band, and Elta casts this hypnotic pattern up over the stage, correct? And everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
This doesn't particularly mean like fighting. It just means we need to do things in a particular order.
Well, that was a 3, so I'll see y'all later.
It's okay. You're not the worst.
18.
Oh, wow. Okay.
13.
And then it's going to go. Okay, so Elta is the first to act appropriately with that hypnotic pattern, but we will say you still have like an action, a bonus action. You can take a turn now if you would like to. I would say it would be an action to shoo half of them off of the stage. You can't get all of them, but
yeah, I would say, yeah, I think well, do I want to get them off the stage, or do we want to try to rope them into our routine? I think maybe like the rhythm section, I start talking to like, okay, you have the sheet music now. That's when, okay, so you're going to want to do it on the downbeat, you guys. This isn't a hoedown. And I start like, I use my action to kind of instruct them like, okay, I'm going to count you in.
I love it.
We're gonna break into Nickel Blade.
All right.
Oh, it looks like my internet connection being.
Ah, I see. Okay. Thought she was just really contemplating.
I know. I was like, what sheets is she looking at?
Let me think about the music of Nickel Blade. What is on my Nickel Blade sheet? Let me roll for Nickel Blade.
Yeah.
Roll for Nickel Blade.
That classic Nickel Blade stat. We can see you again, Jamie.
You can? Okay. Roll or persuasion. Did you roll? Did you catch that? Two?
No, who is rolling persuasion?
Oh, sorry. Elta, roll persuasion for convincing the band members to join you.
Great. Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
I don't know why I cut out.
Yeah,
what was your total?
A 5 with persuasion. That would be an 11. Yeah.
Yeah, you had +6.
11. Yeah. So they, one of them kind of is like nodding along, and 2 or 3 of them just kind of like look at you and just sort of wander off stage.
Yeah. Okay.
But you've got a buddy. You got one.
All right. That's all you need.
All right. Next in the order, unless you have any other preparation you'd like to do, is going to be the witch. And you see she hops on her broom inside of this tent, and with a just like totally stereotypical magic wand, does like a low graze over the crowd. And as she waves her wand over people, they seem to poof out of where they are. And in like one pass, she clears like 10 civilians out of this space. And the high elf goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And it is Mary's turn.
All right. So as you're trying to persuade band members, are you just talking to the ones drumming, or are there more? Who else is up on the stage right now?
But yeah, who else is up there?
There are like, I'm going to say 5 more people up there that are various musicians.
All right, and do we have Nickel Blade sheet music then? Is that what we're passing?
There's totally Nickel Blade sheet music on stage.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to make sure they have that I'm going to rush up there and be like, okay, so we're all going to do this. And let me think. I have, or I kind of want to save my charm persons for potentially later, but what I will do is kind of be like, I don't know if this helps, or I just look like a crazy person, which I also am. I take like Mordecai's hands and I'm like, yeah, help us out with I'm just kind of talking to them as Mordecai, and I'm like, like moving his hooves around
with this goat.
Yeah, and just hoping to like help with the whimsy because I'm like,
totally.
These people seem bummed out.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. What is my persuasion? Okay, so that is a 15.
A 15. That's good. So actually, I'm going to say only one guy is kind of like, I'm out of here. And the rest of the people on stage are like kind of getting themselves ready. They're sort of shaking their shoulders and getting their instruments ready and nodding at each other like, okay, we can do this. And you feel like you have allies. Yeah, go ahead.
Nice. I just turn around to that one guy that's like, whatever, I'm out of here. And with Mordecai, I'm like, we'll miss you. And they're just a little hoof, like up and down, like waving. And I guess anything else with cantrip or whatever, I guess, I don't know if that would be a bonus action, but yeah, I'll help Alta in any way that she needs after that.
Yeah, you guys feel like you have successfully taken, honestly, the last little block of whimsy that this elf had captured for himself. And in doing so, you definitely get his attention. He looks over and he sees the band kind of preparing and he said, "Hey, I told you to play what I want you to play. What are you doing?" And looks, you have his attention now.
Mm-hmm.
The two kind of thugs next to him, he picks some like big burly folks to sit next to him. The two people next to him, he in his turn goes, "Hey, go check that out." And they start climbing down off of this little like makeshift scaffold. They don't get over to you, but they're probably standing right in front of you, Swen. And it is your turn.
But they're not like attacking me. They're just trying to re-intimidate me.
Yeah, you can tell that they weren't instructed to hit you or anything. They're just trying to check it out and be muscle.
Oh, all I want to do with my turn is make it clear that they're not going to get past me. And
okay.
I cast Bark Skin on myself.
All right, so you cast Bark Skin on yourself. Roll an intimidate check with advantage.
Does that take Bark Skin away from the goat?
Yes.
That's reasonable.
It does. Yeah.
I'll be Bark Skinning us
fine.
all in a weird. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're like, oh, thank God.
My goat.
But all the pies just fall at the bottom of the. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Just pie guts all over the stage.
We made whimsy. We made whimsy. All right.
And you see, as it splats with like a very comical sound, you hear Mordecai go, "Hmm," and make just like a very sad goat noise.
He's very hungry all of a sudden. All right. What am I rolling something or not?
Yep. Roll 2 d20s.
2 d20s. One is a 2. That's not awesome. One is 12.
Add your intimidate, which I think is -1.
Yeah, I'm very.
Yeah,
yep,
so
it is -1.
You stand in front of these guys, and they're sort of like, "What's this emo kid doing here?" And sort of
emo kid.
They don't get him, man. They don't get Swen.
Nobody gets me.
And it's back
Bird
around to
friend
Elta.
Gets me. Yeah.
Mordecai's the only person who gets Swen.
We are brothers in goatdom.
Whoa.
All right, Elta, it is your turn.
Okay, so there's a sad goat and there's pie innards. What else is happening?
So you are on stage with a band who seems to be getting their groove back a little bit, ready for your instruction. They seem to sort of be looking at you. On the stage, this high elf is now standing up and looking down over all of you, having sent his cronies forward to maybe mess with Swen across the room. And a good amount of the crowd is already gone.
Oh, okay. And I assume getting whimsied up outside.
Yeah, yeah. You feel like it's almost like a bat. Like now that this high elf doesn't have really any control on the whimsy, the people are kind of back to doing what they want to do. They don't really care about this guy.
Okay. So really we're kind of hitting him while he's down.
He doesn't seem to know it yet, okay. But you guys have done a lot of whimsical stuff in this evening and have really pulled the rug from under him.
Okay. So the band is learned up on the music of Nickelblade.
They're ready to perform. They're looking at you.
Okay. So then people from the top. I don't know. I have I take the fried dough stick perhaps and I use it as a baton?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect.
You can leave the Swen flag on it if you feel like it, but
yeah, actually, it's probably easier to see from a distance, and who knows how long they might be distracted by the illusion that's happening.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right. Okay, so I want to do a performance. I don't know if I need to roll a check for that.
Yeah, do a performance check. This is going to be kind of like a non-combat combat situation.
Okay. I'm all for it. 18.
That's excellent.
Plus 9, so that's a 27. Is that gonna do it?
That's a 27, and you also have so yes, 27. You don't need anything beside a 27, of course. I was thinking Mary has a +1 on one of her rolls, but you raise this stick and the band is ready and they hit that first note, and you see the high elf. He was going to try to check out what's happening. He takes a nosedive off of his platforms that he's up on, like a total like falling face off of the stage, and just kind of makes a really sad thwomp on the ground. And the two guys standing right in front of you, Swen, kind of snap out of it, and you think he might have lost concentration on his spell.
Oh, that's great.
So they sort of are blinking in front of you now. And it is their turn. And they look at you and they look at this guy and they go, "Hey, what the fuck? You tell boring stories, man." And they just turn around and leave. They just walk out. And he's laying on the ground there. They're just like, "Screw you." So now this high elf who has taken over the entire county fair without even firing a shot at him, you have knocked him off of his throne, rendered him friendless and joyless. It is
sweet.
Go
Mary's
squad!
All right. Well, I mean, I was going to try to charm the two thugs, but now they're gone and that's fine.
What's the witch's deal? You befriend the witch or something? Like, I would love to know.
Oh, she went between you guys. So she did another pass through. She did another sweep. Let me see how she does.
Very cool.
She does super well, and you see everybody in the sort of direct radius around this guy and you guys is now poofed away to wherever she's taking them. There's still some people kind of on the fringes, but you feel like if you hit them with a spell or two, nobody else would get hurt.
Okay. So her turn's good.
All right. And yeah. Which is good.
Okay. So I think what I'll do then, if he's on the ground kind of face down, I have web. I might just like web him.
Oh, please do.
To the ground.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just a flat web over him, just kind of keeping him stuck down. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Concentration up to an hour. Oh God, D&D Beyond. What? Just even okay. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Everything's fine. So he has a dex save of 13.
Okay. See if he makes it. He's laying on the ground, so he's laying on his face, and he got a 6. Not enough. He does not make his dex save. So Mary casts out this sticky spider web on this elf who is laying face down on the ground, having face planted. And is that your turn? Is Mordecai doing anything?
Oh, Mordecai. What does Mordecai want to do?
Dancing whimsically, I hope.
Clogging.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I do now that he's got all the. Yeah, now that he's got all the pie and everything out of him, I'm gonna take him out of the Bjorn and be like, "You do you, buddy," and I put him up on the table, and if he wants to dance or like drum more or whatever,
I like to imagine he's doing that Irish dance where they jump super high in the air. They can like spring straight in the air.
And does he still have the bark skin? Because he probably
the bark skin's on me now. Not that I need it either.
You probably click when you dance then.
Yeah, you guys kick this guy's butt. So there's now a dancing goat. The band is even more excited. They've got now the rhythm is on. You know, Mordecai's used to it. And we will go to Swen. It's your turn.
So the other two guys left.
No, I'm sorry, Swen. It's not your turn. It's the big bad guy's turn. You guys still don't know his name. And from the ground, he's going to try to get up first.
Good luck.
Which dexterity saving throw. Oh, no, he still does not make it. You see him push onto all fours, like he gets a little ways, and he goes, "What is wrong with you mortal plane idiots? You are all so stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am going to," and you see he like tries to cast something and just can't. His spell fizzles. And you see his eyes sort of widen in alarm, and he goes, "This is impossible." And it is now Swen's turn.
I feel like Swen is not in any way threatened by this guy anymore. Like, this is so sad watching this like weak little sad boy that hates good music. Like, he just can't unweb himself. So I feel like Swen is gonna like go like offer to help him up.
Okay.
Because I'm so in control. Like, we're so in control of the situation that like
totally.
Maybe if I'm nice to him, he'll just leave.
Yeah, you can go as you approach him, as you kind of like step forward, he goes, "Who are you?"
"We're the Goat Squad, motherfucker." And then I like help him out.
Just grab him by the scruff.
Yeah, like it's a little like baby kitten, like just right by the nape. I'm like, "Let's go, bud. Let's go. You've had enough."
And he wiggles and he goes, "You will respect Kringus as you respect the Fey realm." And
I turn to the stage and I'm like, "His name was Kringus. It's Kringus." Okay.
Gary's laughing.
Like, just not at all fazed by this.
His face is like flushed and angry. And he goes, "It's not funny. It's not funny." He's super, but he's kind of like,
we're laughing. It's not funny.
Yeah, I shout over him like, "It's like Dingus."
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of like Dingus, huh?
Okay, so what we're going to do here, since this is a very non-traditional combat, you are beating this man with his own emotional flaws.
That's been my whole life.
Let's all make everybody roll a either a performance, persuasion. What would Swen most? Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, my intimidation and persuasion is both -1.
Well, let's give you roll athletics just to like hold him up for everyone.
Yeah, that's +5, so hilarious. That's 17 plus 5 is 22.
Okay. Elton, what'd you get for your...
I got a 20 for
A 20.
performance. Yeah.
And not on dice, but with your plus?
No, that is on dice as a natural.
You got a
20.
nat 20 on your performance?
Good 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing
+9?
nickel blade. Of
A
course she did.
career-defining performance on
Yeah,
this man's behalf.
absolutely. We've just
Okay, what
dunked
did
on this
Mary
man
get?
so hard.
What did
I
Mary
got
get?
a
Going around
10.
You got a 10?
Yeah,
It's
I'm just
okay.
imagining I'm still like laughing on the side, like it's like dingus, and I'm just like,
You are still absolutely contributing because as Swen sort of like holds this, and he's a grown elf, but he's very light and lithe.
Yeah.
And you just hold him like he's a child in front of this band. And Elta comes out in front and starts improvising lyrics like, Kringus, you stole the whimsy, but you can't get away, not today.
Can't believe your name is Kringus. What kind of parent names a child Kringus?
He is like, no, I came, this is so stupid. I came here because it was just free whimsy, it was free power, and nobody was using it, and now you guys are just being assholes. And he like throws his hands up, and in your fists, Swen, you feel him disappear.
What?
And he, in this it was a very like, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. And as he does, you feel this final surge. All of the lights surge bright rainbow colors. The band hits like the best note. Elta is just out in front belting it. Everything is just so ridiculous, so fun, and so incredible that you have abolished this man from his theft of whimsy. You have banished him with no spell. And
Did it again.
This is how you feel whimsy. Radiates.
I'm like out in the crowd, like, go fam, go fam, go fam.
Hey, you see the teens in goat jackets have started to like climb the interior ropes of the tent and are like swinging from the ropes. Go fam, go fam, go fam.
Mordecai is just
you
like
can enjoy your
dancing up at the
water
top.
and your fudge and your roasted nuts. You didn't even need them from combat. You can feast, you can dance, and you've got new friends.
Yeah, and that goat still got a potion we didn't even use.
Yeah, and we got our shots of moonshine, which we
You
didn't
got
even.
moonshine. You got
Heck yeah.
We murdered this man with kindness. We did it again.
You really he
Again.
was
Bam.
stealing everybody's kindness, and you said not today. You counter-bullied the bully.
What go fam do?
You did it. Go
How we
fam.
do. We did it with kazoos and goats and pies.
Usually, D&D encounters end with, and you stab this man. But you didn't even have to stab him. You were just like, this is supremely not cool, and we are so much better at whimsy than you. And he was just like, oh, dag. It's true. Also, his name is Kringus because his mom wanted to name him Kringle, and his dad wanted to name him Krampus. So his name is Kringus.
That's a very unfortunate backstory.
Do they have a sibling,
I feel bad
named
now.
Crample?
Crample.
You can see why he both was deficient in whimsy and trying to steal the whimsy of others.
Crample is the
Yes.
jolliest dude alive.
Crample is definitely his jolly doppelganger. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much for participating. Again, I'll let everybody shout out if they want to do projects and stuff. But again, we are here fundraising for World Builders for Heifer International. It's been just such a blast. So thank you guys for having such a whimsical evening with us. Let's do a quick sign off, shout out your projects, starting again on my right with Mikey.
You can check out my show and the other stuff we do on FilmJoy at youtube.com/FilmJoy. There's a new episode of Movies of Mikey, which is like the whole history of Mario documentary, and it's like one of the best things ever done, and nobody watched it. So please
go watch.
If you like Mario, it's like the whole. It's kind of
your whimsical homework. Honestly,
yeah.
If you guys
it is whimsical
in your lives and you don't watch FilmJoy, like the reason that I knew Mikey would be perfect for a whimsical one shot is it is absolutely a thread between all things.
I just live in that space. Why make people feel sad? It's dumb. Don't make people feel bad. It's a bad thing. Don't do it. Okay,
make people feel happy.
Make people feel good about themselves.
Well, you know what, Mary Shelley / Julia Maddalina, tell us about your making people happy.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So I'm over on twitch.tv/Matalina. And I do art over there, and you can find me there at least 3 times a week. And I try to make people happy with my art. And I
definitely.
So yeah, you can see me teaching over there. Come check out what I've got going on. I'll be shouting out any other projects over there. So yeah, I hope to see you there.
And Molly.
What was the question? We're making people happy somehow?
No, just what you want people to see of what you do. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Shout yourself out.
I will shout. I sing of myself. My website is mollylewis.wtf because that TLD was available. My Twitch is /MollyLele. Every Sunday I do a stream where I just play ambient ukulele sounds over public television programs. That's what you have to look forward to here. And thank you, World Builders, for inviting me out to create some whimsy. This is very fun.
Yeah, it was very, very fun. Yeah, IRL bard, both a bird bard and a real bard. Molly Lewis, everybody. And of course, I'm Jamie, and I work for World Builders. And we're doing something to look forward to, which is this whole dang fundraiser. And you guys have absolutely smashed our goal of $500,000. We're currently at $754,319 raised for Heifer International, which is literally going to change generations of families, hundreds and incomprehensible lives. So thank you to everybody who has been in chat, who has participated, who has donated, who has bidded on auctions, all of it. You're all amazing. And we are going to say tonight for our ritual sign off, everybody in chat, when you hear it, say it back. Viva Goat! Viva Goat!
Viva Goat!
Viva Goat!
Viva Goat fam.
Bjorn. Goat. Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Go.
Go. Bjorn. Go. Bjorn. Go. Bjorn.